Seriously.
Look out for the young lady. Right, you are, sir. It's quite a treat for me, miss. I'll get you a hot drink, miss.
I've done some dry clothes.
Guess who's back? Back again. Chico's back. Tell a friend.
All right, welcome to number 2.
Fight Night Part 2.
Fight Night Part 2, yeah, of conservative Chicanos. I am your never boastful, always humble host, John Smith, and to my left, we got Chico's Tacos. To my right, we got the Conservative Bear. Together, they make the Conservative Chicanos, and we apologize for the mix-up, but you can never trust Mother Nature because we were set up outside and the whole studio, and it started to rain. So, we had to move back inside, and it took a little bit to get organized.
We were robbed by Mother Nature. And as Casey Jones would have put it, that was a crime, you purse-snatching pukes.
Yeah, we are in New Mexico, and they do require masks, and that's why Chico's Tacos is wearing his. Yeah, so anyway, sorry about all the confusion, but we're all set up. We're back to, we're inside, we're out of the elements, and it can rain as hard as it wants to. I don't care.
Right? I couldn't believe that we had the good weather, good times, great oldies, and all of a sudden it just went.
Yeah, man, we were looking at all the Sandia colors, and all of a sudden it just, really? We're going to get pissed on right now? Is this what's going to happen? Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right, Rex. 3 for the price of 1.
You get the TCB show, you get Chico's Tacos Conservative Reviews, and of course, our special guest host, Backyard Politics,
AKA John Smith.
John Smith.
And there you go. So we got to get the banner going a little bit. So people, if they want to call in, the number is 602-475-2000. And before we got rained on, we were going to actually, it's fight night, right? I mean, we got the fights going on tonight. And so we actually Bear found video of an illegal fight.
Yes, I did. It's out of we're gonna comment like we were Larry Merchant and George Foreman and all them guys. We're gonna comment on these fights. It's out of Washington Park in New York. Dude, we are here. Yeah. We are here to comment.
This is a really good fight, y'all, and I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I am too. We haven't watched the whole thing through yet.
Nope,
so we don't know who wins.
Nope.
All right, are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Ready.
I don't know, John. He's carrying his left a little low. He's hit. Oh! Nice right. Oh,
that kid can't jab. No jabs whatsoever.
Come on, circle. I'm going for Hulk Hogan. Brown pants. Let's go.
Now, are you rooting for the guy with the mullet, or are you going with the guy in the hoodie?
You gotta go for the mullet.
I think the guy with the mullet's got the better jab, but he definitely doesn't have the reach.
Definitely not the reach.
No,
He's shorter.
I
Yeah,
have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice jab from Hoodie.
Oh yeah, Hoodie got. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Down he goes. Oh, look at the hug. Look at the hug. Yeah, look at that. Oh.
I think I got that one when Hoodie when Mullet kind of hit him. It was a nice little swing. What do you think?
I was gonna say you had that on point too. You guys pointed that out like Mullet was ahead of the game.
Listen.
when I seen the right foot come up and the right hand go forward on the guy with the hoodie, I already knew. Okay, he's dancing. He's not boxing. He's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. And I got to tell you, when the Mullet, that huge hook to the Hoodie, that Hoodie, man, he had no gloves up. He wasn't protecting his face at all. And see if we can rewind to that,
You
that
said,
blow.
just to reiterate, John, you said that hook, it was huge.
It was huge.
It was
It
the
was
biggest.
huge.
It was the best hook I ever seen.
Can we get to the comments on our side though?
It's
So we
the
can see.
greatest hook in American
John,
history.
Yeah.
Can we get the comment? We can read the comments.
Oh yeah. All right, so yeah, all right, Logic Rex says how boxes with a damn hoodie with a who all right got hood up, and I thought he was a sleeper. Yeah, well
Yeah.
so let's take a look at that.
Let's do an instant replay.
Let's take an instant replay. Well, here it is. He's getting ready.
Oh, that was huge.
Oh, that was huge.
That was the most beautiful right hook I ever seen. It was the best right hook. It was huge.
It was pretty beautiful.
Great White Buffalo hook.
It was Great White Buffalo. It was like something that I saw out of China.
Dude, that was a beautiful hook, and he's down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back one more. We're gonna go back a little bit. Now look at him. He don't have his gloves up. He has no hands. The dude in the hoodie isn't protecting himself. He's afraid to get hit. He's scared.
Yeah, look at
Here,
him.
oh!
He did like a skate punch. Did you see the right foot come up when the right jab came out with the guy in the hoodie? Like if you rewind, you can see that just before he got knocked on his ass. His hands are down and he's skate punching.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look at him.
You gotta remember
Now,
one thing. You gotta
watch that
And
right
he's
foot.
back. He's leaning back.
His feet are not planted.
No.
Watch that right foot. He like literally kicks himself in the ass. Watch.
All right, let's see. Let's take a
He
look.
but you
loses
gotta
all
remember.
balance.
But you gotta remember one thing. You gotta
There it is.
protect yourself at all times, there, Larry.
See that? See that? That right foot.
Oh,
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
Down goes
Yeah.
Frazier.
Da-
Down goes Frazier.
All right, so that's the first illegal fight, and you know what I like about it though? It's good sportsmanship. They
It
get
is.
up and they give each other a hug. You
They
know,
did.
yeah,
They
so
did.
You got to like that. So let's keep rolling the tape here.
Dude, I would have loved to see a sucker punch from the hoodie guy, though. That would have been awesome.
Oh, it would have been a surprise.
Bah, bah.
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Got the hand raised.
There he
Did
is.
it. Mullet guy wins. Yay.
That's one hell of a mullet too. I got to tell you.
That's a great mullet there.
It's huge.
Yeah, see, Cooper says
There
you
we
got to
go.
watch out for the little
Here we
guy.
go.
Oh, look out! Oh, he's ducking. There's a lot of dancing going
Oh,
on.
look at nice bobbing and weaving.
Oh,
Nice
man.
bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, he's dancing. He's going to dance himself tired though.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Nice back away.
I'm
Nice
going
back away.
skins. I'm going
That's
skins.
some defensive dancing for sure.
Yeah, definitely going with skins on this
Yeah,
one.
little Merriweather type of dancing.
Oh!
Little Merriweather, he's going to tire himself out.
No,
Oh, there was a good
I'm
shot.
going with shirt. I'm going with shirt.
I'm going no shirt. I'm going skins.
Yeah,
Okay.
black glove shirt. I got him. Watch.
Oh,
All right,
He's
we'll
gonna
see.
sneak a surprise
he's gonna
punch
gas
there.
himself out, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, those jabs
Here
are
we go.
nice.
Shirtless is throwing too many punches. Watch.
No, but he's got a good jab though. The other guy's just flailing. He's not protecting himself. Oh, he landed one there.
And they're bobbing and weaving.
All right, we said Cyber Toastin's in the room. Says the guy with the shirt on better endurance because he's burning a lot of energy. Yeah.
And into the first round.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
that's lame. This is some
No,
kind
you
of
know the
like
dude with the shirt. He's
Floyd
Merriweather.
Mayweather type of fight.
Hit the
Yeah.
pause button.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that round went to. I'm gonna go 10-9 shirt.
Rex says, "Let me ask the obvious question: where the hell are the cops?"
Where is this? Washington? Come on, there's no cops.
No, this
out
is
there
New
no
York.
more.
This is New York. Yeah, New York.
Okay, come on. There's no cops out there.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, that's
They're
right.
defunded. They're defunded.
Yeah. Did we forget about that already? Or
Who did you think won that first round there?
you know what? I'm gonna give that round to shirtless, even though I'm going for shirt. I'm gonna say shirtless looked a little more solid.
Yeah.
His feet were more planted.
He's protecting himself.
Yeah. And
You know?
he actually was a little more offensive.
Yeah. He did land a few more punches, I would say.
But
Definitely.
I think he's gonna gas out though.
We're going to see.
If they're gonna go another round, I'm gonna give this next round to shirt.
All right. First round, I'm going shirtless 10-9.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Bear?
I agree.
All right. We all agree. So it's unanimous. Let's.
No shirt did have a good stance according to Sorsha Cooper.
Yeah, I agree, Cooper. I agree. Is this street fighting illegal? Yes, it is, Latin, and that's why we're enjoying ourselves watching it. All right, ready? Let's see if they jump into round number 2.
Oh,
We got the cheerleaders.
Yeah, get it.
I don't know why we're watching that.
Is he jigging? Is he jigging? No.
They have to let the fighters
There
warm
we
up.
go.
All right,
There
catch
we
your
go.
breath.
Oh, they gave it. Who'd they give it to?
Oh, they give it the shirt.
No.
Come on.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Pause that.
Fail.
You know that I'm gonna call robbery on that one. That's a robbery. Who are the judges in this fight?
the same judges for Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was terrible.
That was an awful decision.
I don't know about that. Of course they did. All right, let's see.
now,
that.
now, let me ask you a serious question
Yeah.
before we start the next fight.
All right.
Do you think that race had anything to do with that decision?
Oh, that's a good question. It's possible.
I think Miss Lady's comment had to do with race. All right. Did
Now
I
let
say
me-
that out loud?
Now, let me ask you guys, and you in the chat on either the Conservative Chicanos or the TCB show, who won that fight? Do you guys think, give me a 1 if shirtless won or 2 if shirt won? Then we'll get on to the next fight.
Yeah.
We're going to take a poll here.
Yeah. Was 1 shirtless, 2 shirt?
Yep.
1 shirtless, 2 shirt. Let's see what you say. Smash the 1 if you thought shirtless won. Smash the 2 if you thought the guy with the shirt won.
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
Tide says 1.
It was the best punch I ever seen.
Logic gives it to shirtless.
I've seen a lot of fights. That was huge.
There's
It was-
17 of
it
y'all
was
in here,
huge.
so let's see what we got.
A lot of ones. There was a 2. Miss Lady threw the number 2 in there.
Oh, she thinks shirt won.
Miss Lady dropped the number 2.
She's just doing that to cover up for the comment she left, man. I'm telling you. dude.
All right.
You know, I'm sorry, Miss Lady, that I put you in that position. You know,
So-
Oh, Latin Patriot says she's only listening. She's not watching. Yeah, well,
Oh.
you're missing a lot of the fun, Latin Patriot.
Mickey Kentucky didn't get to see it.
Lap Pat, what's up, girl?
You got. This is a visual show. You have to watch this show because we're commenting on the fights.
Okay, before we start this fight,
Yeah.
okay, 2 shirtless, 2 red gloves. The shorts are the same color. Their skin is the same color. So what are we gonna do
I think these are
as far as commenting?
twin
on
brothers
these
are
guys?
going after it.
So okay, like what is the significant difference so we can comment
I don't know.
on
This
who's
dude's
who?
pockets hanging out.
Pocket.
Are we just gonna do right and left? I mean,
I can't tell this guy. This
'cause
guy
what
looks
if
like
they
he's got a
switch
beard.
Positions?
This boxer looks like he has a beard. The one
Hi,
on the
Willow.
left.
Okay, so we're gonna do
Beard.
facial hair.
Yeah, we'll go facial hair. But let's see. Let's
Alright.
just play a little bit here and see what happens.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
This
oh,
one might not even go to the cards.
oh, they're flailing.
Get him facial hair, god damn it!
Oh, that dude is punching like he's flailing. He's not even
throwing.
boxing.
his
No
arms are
skills at
flying.
all.
There's
No
no-
skill
yeah.
at all. Is he quitting?
Thank God there's a
Is
ref.
he quitting?
Thank God there's a referee.
Is he quitting?
I don't know.
Facial hair won or what? Is that what happened?
What
Oh
happened?
my god, what a pussy ass fight.
That was pathetic.
That was not a fight.
No. What's going on here? I think there's some betting going on. I think there's wagering taking place
Right.
here, and I think he threw the fight.
He threw.
I think he threw the fight.
I think he threw the fight too because I didn't see any clean punches land.
No.
He was flailing.
Did any?
He
did
looked
any-
like he was falling off a building and just flapping his arms. That's what he looked like.
He did. He went one arm and just went flap, flap, flap.
Are you saying he did the window technique?
Yeah, he was wiping windows. That pussy was huge.
That was huge.
Huge pussy.
He threw in the towel. He quit. Did he really get that intimidated by pants?
I don't know. let's
are we doing
let's
pants or are we doing facial hair?
well, the facial hair guy
Like,
obviously was the one that was.
He's the one that won, right?
Yeah, see, Cooper said he was doing the windmill.
Non-facial hair pussed out.
Yeah, non-facial hair.
Let's
clean
roll that
cut.
replay back. Roll that replay back.
You want to roll that back?
Okay, how about instead of facial hair, we'll say 70s bush,
All right, let's roll it back.
70s bush or scorched earth.
Oh, shaved throughout his right arm, throughout his shoulder, according to Ryan Travis. We're gonna watch that again.
Well, of course he threw his arm out. He was punching like a nut.
Dude, watch this. Watch this window wipe.
No technique at all.
None whatsoever.
Look, bald pussy does a window wipe. Did you see that uppercut?
Look at that. Look, he's slapping him. He's not even punching. He's
He's throughout his
slapping.
shoulder.
Oh yeah, he hurt his right arm. You can tell.
He's favoring that right arm.
Yeah, he threw out a rotator cuff.
Oh, it's over. But you gotta be
They were
Yeah.
wild. There was no science behind that
None.
whatsoever.
none.
That was not boxing. That was just some ghetto street fight. man.
Yeah, see, Eddie James says exactly right. He saw he was tapping his right shoulder. He was done. He was hanging low. It was like a rotator cuff or something.
You know, I think that was very, very terrible fight.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry if people paid attendance to this fight because they didn't get their money's worth.
This was worse than a Mayweather fight.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't get their money's worth in that fight. Let's see what happens.
I agree.
Are they going to announce a winner?
Well, it was clearly facial hair. I mean, the guy pulled himself out of the fight. He's
70s bush won.
Renee wants to know what this is all about. We're having fight night.
Yeah, we're just commenting on ghetto street fight.
yeah. These are illegal fights taking place in New York, and we found the video, so we found it absolutely amazing to watch, and that's what we're doing.
This is basically a parody, guys. We're enjoying.
Yeah, we're sharing it. This is like conservative Chicanos fight night.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, let's.
I'm
Look, he's being interviewed and everything.
Oh, is Don King in that audience?
It's like, bald pussy, what happened to your shoulder right now, bro? Are you
yeah.
feeling all right? And why are we all recording this? Rotator cuff.
Wait a minute. They're giving him the win.
They give it to bald pussy.
Oh, this is terrible. I call slant. You know, they gotta take away the boxing license for this for these judges. They gotta take away their right.
I don't think they have a boxing license.
Yeah.
Dude, this is what happens when you're locked up for a year and a half for a COVID lockdown, dude. People get so goddamn bored, they watch dumb shit like this. I'm telling you, dude. Damn it. The government planned this. Thank you, Joe Biden.
I can't believe, dude, if they seriously gave the win to that guy, there's no way. He walked away from the fight.
They gave it to him.
He quit. But see, that's what happens. That's what happens with these young kids. They can quit and still win.
Yeah, they gave him a participation award.
Oh my God.
Like,
That
oh
was-
my God.
And your
dude.
conservative said it's a fix.
yeah, it's fixed. There's no doubt about it, man. Yeah, Mickey's right. That was some bullshit.
Yeah, he got fixed like a transgender.
Oh. There's no way he won.
Boo!
This is stupid.
Somebody has to take away these.
He's waving his good arm.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Did you see it was all limp on the other side?
Don't forget.
Beef jerky could have won that
Don't
fight.
forget to. Oh, they got fireworks.
Damn, this is a real deal. Look at that. Oh,
Say, can you?
Biden knows these guys from his pool days.
Those are some corn pop fireworks.
Oh, that's exactly right. You know, that's when the what did he refer to them as? I can't remember, but it was like a roach or something like that would rub his legs, and he had curly hair.
Dude, that's what he referred to as kids. Like he
Yeah.
referred to him as cockroaches.
Yeah, cockroaches. They would rub his. Yeah, they'd come up and rub his leg. And
Don't forget to hit that
and
subscribe
corn
button.
pop was a bad dude.
corn
Don't
pop.
forget to hit that subscribe button for the conservative Chicanos
I think corn pop is
RTCB show.
I think he's the highlighted fight. What do they call that? The top fight of the night.
The main event.
The main event.
I'm going
corn
to tell
pop.
you right now, corn pop has nothing on Fruit Loop.
But look at these. I mean, we got the whole fanfare going. We got the whole Yeah, this is pretty amazing.
right?
Yeah.
I'm glad they could
those
afford
are
it.
some nice fireworks. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if I had that going on in my front yard right now, that'd be sick.
Mickey says my 3-year-old granddaughter could have won that fight.
Somebody spend some money. No skill at all. Thank you for choosing to watch the conservative Chicanos with Backyard Politics as we go through fight night. We first of all, we'd like to say our sponsors for the night is SayWhatYouWillRadio.com. Check out Say What You Will Radio as we continue to do our journey through this.
Yeah. See, I would have edited out the whole firework display.
No, you got to have the firework display, man. It's all
Once
part
again,
of the show.
that's Say
All
What
right.
You Will Radio.
SayWhatYouWillRadio.com.
.com.
Stimulus fireworks. There you go.
Ryan Travis with the comment.
Yeah. I mean, come on. We got to get more fights in here.
Oh, is that it? That,
I don't know.
It's all just fireworks, huh?
I don't know. That
I mean,
person.
because if there's going to be, with that timeline, if they're going to play another fight, it's going to be hell late.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You can't have a
Unless
fireworks
there's
show.
a quick knockout. I mean,
in Street in
Yeah.
Fight Club, right?
Yeah, you can't have fireworks show in the middle of the fights. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait till the end or maybe start off that way. But yeah.
these are the post-fight fireworks.
Yeah.
Do
It's
they have
all,
one with a star?
that's all firework. Oh, wait a minute.
Yoicks. Yeah, it looks like
Oh, a
it's
bunch
over.
of street performers now.
As the French would put it, that is Finn.
Well, I'm sure if you're watching this, you're as disappointed as we are that there was no more fights. But yeah, that was pretty good, pretty entertaining stuff. And but I think even at my age, I think I could have taken at least one of those guys.
You know,
Yeah.
Because all you get, you got to block. You got to get your hands up, and you got to protect yourself.
I would have been down to square up with one of them fools.
none of them had any skill. It was all just flailing arms, and
Yeah.
I was highly disappointed in those fights.
I
And
almost feel like it was like a high school gym coach who put these fights together to kids that don't get along in school. We're going to go work it out in the streets. That's what I feel like it was like. No training whatsoever.
I wouldn't even called it fights. I would have called it a cheerleading contest.
I like what the ghost
Yeah.
said. This is sweet. While the world protests somewhere in some back alley, some are street fighting.
First rule of Fight Club: no fireworks to alert the police.
Yeah, and you also don't talk about Fight Club.
Well, think about
Yeah.
this. Well, think about this, guys. So they have the street fights going, right? And no cops come, right? Then they have this huge, vibrant fireworks display like it was the 4th of July, and no police come.
None.
Well,
None.
They don't really have fire dangers in New York, though, right? Because I mean, it's all surrounded by concrete, and they're next to the ocean. I
No,
mean,
I'm just talking about the fact that nobody's going to see why there's no fire. Why is there fireworks
Oh.
going off in the middle of Washington Park?
Speaking of fireworks, I want to show the avocado bomb. I know I showed it earlier, but I think for those who weren't in the earlier show, this is a creation.
I was
Right.
also about to say you can thank AOC about the lack of police
True
in New
story.
York.
Good point. And the lack of an Amazon warehouse.
Fuck that bitch.
You know where they put one at though, right? Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Booyah.
Wait, put what?
They don't turn down jobs in Colorado.
No, they don't. Although they try. I mean, they're trying to ruin that state, but one step at a time. This is a video that I made of Chico's Tacos cutting open a avocado bomb.
It is huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
All right, so this is Chico's Tacos famous, what do you call it?
Avocado bomb.
Avocado bomb. He's cutting into it right now, so let's check this out. That's bacon on the outside. And then we got ground meat on the inside, which is surrounds the avocado, which is filled with cheese. And of course there's,
In the pit area.
in the pit area, there's,
Oh.
yeah, and there's of course spices and, look at that thing.
Chico spices.
Maybe
Man.
they just call these alien eggs. You know?
Now keep in mind, those things were
yolk
cooked
is
on the grill
cheese.
for about an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Huge.
And then we got
Huge.
Bears over
An
there
hour
playing
at
video games.
about 300
Mortal
degrees.
Kombat.
Smoked with mesquite.
Yeah, see? Rex, he knows what we're talking about.
Signing out.
Avocado bomb.
Boom, boom, avocado bomb. They were fantastic, by the way. We had a steak that took up almost the whole plate.
Oh, it was
That was the
delicious.
main course, and then we had the
It was
avocado
huge.
bomb. It was huge. It was the biggest steak I ever saw. It was huge.
Go,
And then
go check out the TCB Show community tab, and there's a picture of the plate.
yeah, exactly
Oh.
right. I had a picture. I should have emailed the picture of the.
You can go to if you pull it up, you can go to the website
Oh, where'd you put it?
TCB Show or
Oh, look. Well, okay.
YouTube.com.
I'm going to the comments real quick.
Yeah,
Go
go to
ahead.
the comments. Go to the comments. I'm just gonna.
Angry Conservative says he wants the recipe, which we pretty much gave the recipe in that video, right? I mean, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but sometimes you just gotta walk it, step by step. Why don't you walk them through
Yeah.
step by step, Chicos?
You know what? Just for you, AC, I may make a video of that. I'm gonna put a pin in that, and I'll make a video of that. Avocado bombs. It's like a armadillo egg. Pretty much the same concept, just a different middle, I guess.
I'm kind of excited, man, to be part of this weekend. It didn't go as perfectly as we thought it was going to go, but dude, it's been a great weekend.
It has been a great weekend.
You just kind of like got to chisel around
Yeah,
and work with what you got.
I mean, who would have actually thought that we'd be sitting here hosting a show watching street fights?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly right.
And look,
Oh, there it
we're
is.
using Walmart TV trays. I mean,
Gotta work it.
yeah, John Smith's like, God damn it, why are we in this motherfucking ghetto ass motherfucking hood?
No, not at all.
No, I'm just kidding.
Not at all.
Guess what, dude? Did you know Trump started a Rumble?
Yeah, Trump did start a rumble.
How
Trump
many
started.
subscribers did he get today?
What do we have a picture
In,
of? Oh,
in
that's
the
not
first day.
Go to my spam. Go to the spam.
Oh, here it is. This is what I got. Yeah,
Something
yeah, yeah,
like-
yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now,
that's the
now
steak,
if
the
you're
potato.
watching, we haven't shared it yet, so we're just kind of reliving memories here.
Man, that potato was good too.
Memories.
Yeah.
You can't say anything was bad
No, not at all.
when it comes to that meal.
No, let's.
You know what? I'm still farting right now, guys, from all that food. Dude. I'm like,
Did John make a meal carton for Pablo?
couldn't even finish a whole plate. I mean,
All right. Is this the overlay?
Yes,
Yep.
the overlay.
All right. Bear with us, folks. It's going to be worth it. I'm telling you.
it's
Dude,
gonna be
this-
huge.
I
It's
did.
huge.
The only thing I made out of this entire plate was the potato.
All right.
Dude, that potato was bomb. You already know it was. I mean, you looked right over me when, like, you looked directly into my face when you said potato. You know it was good, dude. I'm gonna keep giving you props. I'm not.
No,
lying. It
I'm
was a
talking to the
bomb-ass
chat.
potato.
I'm talking to the chat.
Now, Angry Conservative, just go to Rumble and search Donald J. Trump, and you'll find it. Very, very simple. Now, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. This is exactly what Chico's Tacos put together for us today. Ready? On three.
Wait,
One, 2, 3. Holy moly! Look at that.
Oh man, look at that.
Again with the plate.
Yes.
No,
Plate.
actually, I did 2/3 of that plate because the potato is because of TCB.
Well, that's true.
And no, TCB does not stand for the cock blocker. It stands for the conservative bear. Oh,
You fit it
yeah, you remember?
You fit it in.
because we did that joke earlier. I said you could not do it a second time, but I did it.
You
Yes.
did do it.
Now,
it was huge.
That was
It was
huge.
huge.
That
Now-
was a huge.
speaking of huge, this steak, this was a ribeye. We picked up at Costco. It was grilled to perfection. All right, now to the left of it, that was the avocado bomb. This thing is wrapped in bacon. It's like the size of a football. It's wrapped in bacon. It's ground meat mixed with like ground pork. Right on the
Yep.
inside, you got the avocado.
Yeah, it was ground beef and ground pork. All
Yep.
just kind of squished together with SPG, which is salt, pepper, garlic.
Booyah. And then you had the avocado, and where the pit would go, it was a big hunk of cheese.
Cheddar cheese, please.
Sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar cheese. And then below the avocado bomb, we had an amazing baked potato that required no additional toppings.
No, actually,
No.
I was actually surprised that we didn't need the actual.
Yeah.
It was delicious, though. That potato was off the chain.
Now, the part, what I did, my expertise,
I'm really telling you. You're looking at me like I'm lying.
You're giving me credit over a potato.
But it was good, man. I swear to God.
Yeah,
I
it was.
shit you not.
That's exactly right. Wow. Wow. Yeah. See? Yeah. That was great. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah,
Oh, I know what she's
Blackjack.
talking about. She's talking about the cock block joke.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about? Are we reading the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bree
Bree
says
said that was great. Wow, the TCB, the cock block.
the cock
You're an
blocker.
asshole.
TCB, the cock blocker.
Blackjack says every vegan's worst nightmare.
Oh, I'm telling you. That
I only
food-
got one thing to say to that, Breesy. Great white buffalo. Great white buffalo.
Oh, we did that simultaneously. That was nice.
It was amazing. It was huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was huge.
Huge.
He's the cock block.
Dude, John, I think your Donald Trump, your Donald Trump impersonation is awesome, dude. You sound just like
dude,
him, man.
My phone in my old lady's, my number in my old lady's phone now is under the cock block.
His name is
No, the cock blocker.
Yeah, the cock
Don't
blocker.
forget ER at
Yeah.
the end of. And I'm not trying to be racist, but you have to add the ER at the end.
Or you could put an A, like the cock blocker.
Yeah, the cock blocker.
The cock blocker.
Cock blocker flame.
Oh my goodness.
This is retarded.
This is retarded. Someone owes someone a beer, the Joker says. Yeah. I
Dude,
don't
this 7K IPA.
know. Man, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, man, it's going straight to the brain, man.
Oh my
Pretty
goodness.
funny.
Bree says, thanks for correcting me. Well, of course. I'm sure you being a woman and us being a man, you probably really enjoy that.
Yeah, cock a blocker flame.
Oh, Creepy Joe whispers to you. Yeah.
Great white buffalo.
Great white buffalo.
Cock blocker.
ER.
Blocker flame.
ER
Cock-a-blocka.
for sure.
The
Way to white
cock
John Smith for the A.
ER for sure.
That's funny. It's like, don't add that hard ER to the end of cock-a-blocka.
Cock-a-blocka. All right. Do we have any other news? Is there
Might-
anything else going on in the world?
Might be stupid, but it's funny.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
I'm apologizing ahead of time. Just let you know.
Who do you love? Oh, well, Kamala Harris goes to the border. Trump goaded her to go to the border.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You know what's funny about that is the fact that
It was huge.
it was huge, and she didn't even go to the right.
Is there a way to show that meme on here that you were showing us earlier? How do you get Kamala to the border?
Oh, okay.
Is there a way to show that?
I don't
Like,
know.
It's in my Discord. It's in Discord.
Dude, you guys got to see this meme. It is huge,
It's huge.
bro. It was funny though. Remember the shape of that rock?
Oh
John?
yeah, that's right. I remember that now. That was
funny,
fantastic. The thing about it though is some idiot congresswoman down in El Paso was the one who introduced Kamala.
Kamala.
Huge. It was huge. Kamala.
Was it Weto Beto?
Weto Beto. So this idiot lady, she introduces Kamala at the border and she refers to El Paso as what, Bear? Remember? The new Ellis Island.
The new Ellis Island.
She's like, yay, welcome to the new Ellis Island. What an
Dude,
ass.
I hope she slipped and fell in some dog shit after
Oh,
she
angry-
said that.
Yeah, I hope so too. Angry Conservative says, I found out why her name is Kamala.
Because she looks like Kamala because to call her Kamala would be disrespectful to the WWE wrestler.
Ah.
Which wrestler?
Kamala.
Oh, there's a Kamala wrestler?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I sent it
kinda
to your
lost
email,
touch.
John.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh,
Kamia.
Camellia is just
Is
Camellia.
Kamila.
Kamila.
Oh, yeah,
Kamila
I
is
like
destroying
that one.
America. Oh,
She
that's
didn't even-
Kamala.
Kami.
Kamala Harris.
Definitely her.
Kamala Harris.
Delicious meat.
All right, there we go. There's an attachment. Oh yeah, this. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do that. Stop it.
You added it to your Google Drive.
I don't know why.
Just in case you were paying attention to that plate, family, my poop is going to look like that later.
Oh,
If you want, I will post a video about it.
No, we're good.
Welcome to the conservative Chicanos.
I
It
won't
will
be filming
huge. It will be huge.
Huge.
It'll be huge.
That turd was the biggest turd I ever saw. It was huge. It was huge.
It almost ripped me in half. It was huge.
It's the biggest turd I ever saw. It was huge. Let's see here. I got to go over here.
So we found out, thanks to Warrior Z Martinez, we found out what got Kamala over to the border.
Yeah, because it took a little while.
It took her about a good was it 19 weeks, 42 days?
And
Yeah.
you know, I
Something
also
like that,
heard
yeah.
rumors that it wasn't Trump going to like saying that he was going to go to the border that got her there. It was something else, like some kind of landmark.
Yeah, it's a good landmark.
Yeah, very interesting landmark.
Well, I mean, good to her.
yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why Kamala Harris showed up at the border. Go ahead, John, bring it in.
And I believe this is the Willie Brown Monument.
The Willie Brown Monument.
Oh, yeah. It is huge.
It's huge. Look at that.
It's about
Huge.
medium size.
It's the biggest-
You see, it's in the middle.
It's the biggest penis-looking rock I've ever seen. It's magnificent. It's the
I know-
best.
I-
It's huge.
Look at Kamala. She's just like licking her chops, man. Like, oh yeah, it's huge.
How come it's right over where I would be sitting? It's exactly right where I'd be.
Wait, are you talking about sitting on a dick?
No, no,
What
no,
are you
no.
talking
Where I'm
about?
sitting on the couch. I'm
It's
right
covering-
behind it.
It's covering him up.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
see?
you're the Kamala
See?
penis in the middle.
There
That's
I am.
huge.
And there's the giant penis rock. There I am. The giant penis rock.
I see it. I see it
All right.
now.
All right.
I noticed like after the first 3 times that you like went on and off, on and off.
Shout
like,
out,
I get it.
shout out to Warrior Z for sending that, man. That's very awesome. It's huge.
Huge.
Gracias, prima. That was an awesome meme. It's funny.
It's probably one of the
Absolutely.
better memes I've seen in a while. How about you?
You know what she's
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
too? She's thinking, I can take that.
Oh, she's probably you're probably right.
I got this. Hold my beer. Anyway, so what else we got in the news?
I mean, that was actually pretty funny.
Anybody in the comments, do you got something in news that you would like for us to cover right now? I mean, just put it out there. Put a link, put something. We'll check it out.
Oh, I don't know if we want to cover this on the conservative Chicanos. English teacher 32 was charged with sexually assaulting her male student 16 while on spring break and throwing scissors at his head because he was sitting next to his girlfriend.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Welcome to The Exorcist.
I may have a video. We'll see if it.
I'm gonna
Show
just
this real quick, John.
jump here real quick and say those scissors. I hope they were like sharp proof. You know how they got those dull scissors for kids in school nowadays.
I sent you that link, John.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. You could do that too. Go ahead, Chicos. I'm sorry.
Nothing. I'm just hoping those scissors were idiot proof. You know, hopefully she threw the idiot proof scissors at that kid, so nobody was seriously injured.
See, Wandering Violin gets it. We're just having dude time.
We did host the fights.
We did host the fights.
We did.
The fights were fantastic, by the way.
They were actually
They were
pretty.
huge.
They were pretty good. They were about as good as the whatchamacallit fights that we watched
And
that last time. Remember?
she's from Texas.
They were probably about
Well,
as good
naturally.
as the Carmelo fights, right?
Oh, it was way better than it was definitely better than that fight on
Carmelo.
not Carmelo, Floyd Mayweather versus that YouTuber.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the fights before that. I'm thinking of Canelo. They're better than Canelo fights.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Remember
The top one.
How many fixed fights did we see during that whole
Why?
scenario?
Okay. Yeah, it's this one here.
What was that Asian guy's name who got robbed?
Oh. What was his name? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm about to say that these New York crap fest fights were probably better than that Canelo night.
Well, what do you think about this story, Chicos?
English teacher 32 is charged with sexually assaulting her male student 16 while on spring break and throwing scissors at his head because he was sitting next to his girlfriend.
Jealousy.
Jealousy woes.
Jealousy
Yeah.
kicking in.
Scroll down a little bit. Katrina Maxwell charged with 2 counts of sexual assault on a child. What does she get for throwing the scissors? Is that attempted murder or?
My question is, was she running with them?
I hope she was. I really hope she was.
A high school English teacher from Texas has been accused of repeatedly sexually assaulting a 16-year-old male student and also throwing a pair of scissors at the child in a jealousy rage. Katrina Maxwell, 32 of Houston, was arrested last week on 2 counts of sexual assault of a child between the ages of 14 and 17, accused of having sexual encounters with a student at C.E. King High School during the spring break in March and April. Maxwell, who had been nominated for a teaching award by her students, has been fired from her job in the wake of the arrest.
Wait. Do you think it was the scissors throwing incident that caused her to lose her job, or do you think it was the fucking? The fucking?
I got another question too. She got charged for sexually assaulting a student between the ages of 14 and 17. Why don't they just say 16? Why do they have to put the surrounding ages?
It's the charges. It's the charges.
It may be the law. Yeah, it may be the law.
So what if the child was 13? Would it be a harsher charge? I mean,
I would think so.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a felony from a felony 5 to a felony 4.
Personally, I just think it's equally as disgusting. I mean, I don't know.
No,
That's just me.
I mean, the younger the kid gets, the weirder it gets. But
Oh, look how they found out.
But what 14 through 17 kid did not have a crush on one of their teachers, though, man? I mean,
but the teacher
I had a
can't
few
act
teachers that I
on it,
probably would
though.
have smashed.
This is the teacher acting on it, though. I mean, you can't, you got to control yourself a little bit.
I remember my 7th grade teacher, Miss Triplett. She was fine, like my math teacher in 7th grade. I mean,
Oh my!
Do you think she would have let? Do you think she would have? Think she would have rode that pony?
No,
Because she was smart.
I was a young buck. Yeah, she was married and everything. But God, man, all the boys in that class had a crush on her.
But check this out. According to court documents cited by Click to Houston, Maxwell's alleged relationship with the minor first came to light when a colleague at the school observed her behavior as she watched the boy's interaction with his girlfriend. So the only reason why that Maxwell got busted was because a whistleblower busted her out and they started watching her and observing her.
She was just as childish as those kids.
Unbelievable.
Right?
The same school staffer also reported seeing Maxwell hurl a pair of scissors at the teenager's head because he sat next to his girlfriend. God forbid. God forbid. An investigation was then launched by the school district, during which Maxwell allegedly admitted to having sex with the 16-year-old in the backseat of her car on 2 separate occasions.
So she don't even have class.
The 16-year-old kid.
She does have a class, but she likes to throw scissors at them.
Wow. Unbelievable. Whoop, what do we got there? Oh, all right. That's nothing.
And I think that's hilarious, bro, because can you... Oh, my God.
Do you think all the other 16-year-old kids are high-fiving this kid? They got to be.
Yeah. And then I'm going to also ask another question. Was that 16-year-old kid doing this to his friends? Smell that. Smell that.
Oh,
my God.
You're a cochino.
That's whatchamacallit. That's Mrs.
Maxwell.
That's Miss right there.
Oh, look at this. The wandering violin is
Maxwell.
working out. 3 weeks, getting buff. There you go.
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Angry conservative says they don't care that she had sex with the student. It's all about the scissors.
Now, keep in mind, the scissors is not a lesbian reference. Like, she literally threw some scissors at that
Oh.
Thanks for clearing that up for me, Chicos.
student. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just, I just got to put facts out there. We're not,
Facts.
yeah.
We're a facts over feelings kind of group.
That's right.
Facts over feelings. FOF.
Facts.
You said you had another story, huh?
Well, I do, but I don't know. I almost feel like not worrying about it. I like the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
We're having a good conversation about about throwing scissors at students. You would think that they would cover that in college, right? or through orientation to become a teacher. Do not throw scissors at your students.
That's right. Don't throw any blunt objects.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Any kind of objects whatsoever.
You don't want to hurl anything at the students.
You might want to hurl some, racial teaching. What do they call that?
Critical race theory.
Yeah, maybe a little CRT. Just hurl a little CRT that way, but not physical blunt objects.
Yeah, you don't want to hurl insults.
No.
You don't want to hurl scissors.
Or do you think
unless they're white, then you might want to hurl
That's right.
an insult or two and tell them, "Hey, look, you're a piece of white shit, man, like bat shit. So just don't."
Well, if the kid is white, you jam the scissors in his face.
Yeah,
Because he's a racist little prick.
show them
Jesus.
show them how bad they were to indigenous people and any kind of person. POC, right? I mean, that's just taking a step back. When he's that, I'm going to say POC is also taking a step back. Just that term.
Can I ask another question? Do you think they cover an orientation on being a teacher? Don't fuck your students.
I think that's probably in there.
Do you think that's like day 7 when nobody's paying attention or something like that?
Yes. Now, teachers, we know that there are going to be students that are just young studs. We're just going to ask that you try to refrain from having sex with them in your car or anywhere for that matter.
I just because
can you see teachers raising their hand? Is there an age limit? Yes, there's an age limit. Betty.
Graduation.
Yeah, Betty, you can't just be going after the little boys. My white half is always oppressing the native half. Cooper says, I stay confused. That's good.
What's funny is Maxwell was probably the one with the pencil in her nose saying, I missed that.
Having orifices plugged.
Oh my goodness.
Because I wonder that though, because after Mary Kay Letourneau, there was dead silence about teachers fucking students for a while. And then the last 5 years, teachers just, I don't know what it is, but they're fucking
all the time.
That also raises the question, where are these teachers' boyfriends or husbands, and why are they not doing this job? Why do they feel like they need to turn to their underage students to get some D?
Dude, and she was 32.
That's young.
That teacher's 32 years old. That means she's been in the classroom for probably 10 years.
At least.
So how many other kids are there?
32 is exactly twice the age of that 16-year-old that she was having sex with and throwing scissors at.
Because he sat next to his girlfriend.
God forbid a 16-year-old.
Is there any way we can start vetting these teachers instead of just hiring anybody that has a heartbeat? Is there a chance that maybe we can hire teachers to actually educate our kids?
Right, with no
racist
a lot bigotry
to ask for.
That's a lot to ask for.
It's crazy. But it is. It just seems like too much of a bite. Off this candy bar that we call.
It does seem that way, but I don't know. I mean, call me crazy, but these teachers are always begging for raises.
Look what Bree said. Did you see her face? She blackmailed that kid. No one is doing her on their own free will.
Well, let me tell you something, Bree. You were never a 16-year-old boy. Okay? I'm just telling you. And maybe it was dark. I don't know.
And hell was hot.
Maybe it was dark. Because beauty is a light switch away, Bree. They always say that. Or a six-pack, but I doubt the kid was drinking.
Could have been.
You never know.
Well, 16. What were you doing when you're 16?
I was looking for.
I was gonna say
I was studying.
Yeah, me too.
I was a good kid.
Me too.
Yeah, I was studying too.
I was doing my homework.
JJ. I was doing anatomy homework.
So let's talk about Othal.
Or she had a paper bag. That's a good point from Cooper.
Yeah, paper bag.
Are you talking about circle back, bitch?
Circle bag.
No, I was going to talk about Othel.
Oh wait.
Oh,
what?
Othel.
Okay, I
Othel
was-
Wallace.
Yeah, they busted him. Othel
Oh,
Wallace.
the dude in Florida.
They
Yeah,
got him, coach.
See, I'm
Yeah.
getting names confused here. So right away, when I heard a name I didn't recognize, I'm like, "You're talking about Circle Back, bitch."
Yeah, no.
The Biden's.
Yeah,
Talking
Psaki.
shit.
You're talking about Psaki.
Oh yeah, okay, my bad.
Jennifer Psaki. But Othel, so kind of to go back a couple days ago, Bear, you did a live.
I did a special
You did a special about
With-
Othel.
with my boy, the real Greg Kelly. Oh, no, Trey the MBD.
Yeah, Dre the MBD. So this guy gets pulled over. This Othel character gets pulled over by a cop for doing something. He was doing something wrong. Cops just don't pull people over. I know Rex is probably going to jump into the conversation soon, but so the guy gets pulled over and he gets out of the car. Othel gets out of the car and within 15 seconds puts a bullet in the cop's head.
Did you notice?
And but real quick,
Okay.
Chico. So the bear then got accused of not knowing what the hell he's talking about because you're white.
I'm definitely white now.
Yeah,
you were
so bear's
talking
white.
about this same story.
Yeah.
that dude came on.
Yes, this is the story when the lunatic came on the TCB show, the Cockblocker show.
And I just want to point out, don't we? This is like how most cops die on traffic stops,
Yeah,
coming up to a car and getting shot.
that
know?
and domestics, I think, are the number two.
Yeah, I mean they're entering into like an area where they, you can't see beyond that door.
Right.
And same thing with like pulling somebody over. I mean, it's a routine call. Domestic has got to be this in the same category,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not going to see that coming. And just somebody just boom as soon as you get up to their car door or
Yeah, there was
they
a little bit
open
of a
the front
scuffle.
door for you,
Yeah.
and just you never know what's on that other side. It's so crazy when you have that in the back of your mind and you know about other police officers that have died the same way, how to handle that situation.
Yeah.
It really is like a mind boggle. I mean, I would be thinking the same damn thing if I was in their shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. They got into a little scuffle, and then the guy pulled the gun.
Oh, so they were in a scuffle.
They kind of started to get into a scuffle because he started to kind of push back a little bit, the bad guy. And so the cop was trying to constrain him. And the guy pulled a gun and popped him in the head.
Jeez.
So we don't know. We don't even know if he's still alive. We don't know anything about the cop, do we? We just know that they arrested him.
He's still alive. He had surgery and he was fairly successful.
Oh my God. I never plugged my laptop in.
He was fairly
Oh, bear with
successful.
Do you need some power? Or you have that surge protector?
I'm trying to get this video.
Man, my ears are getting sweaty from those headphones, man.
We're still live,
Sweaty. Oh, thank you for letting me know that. Yes.
I just wanted you to know, Chicos, I have your back.
Yes, my ears were getting sweaty. Oh, hold on. Are we getting juice from that?
We have to be. There we go. Whatever happened, happened.
Do you see a charging signal on the battery?
Yo, yeah. I'm trying to find the video of the arrest, but I can't find it. Maybe it's on YouTube. Othel Wallace.
All right. There we go.
Captured.
I'm going to have to go out and finish my cigar after this live.
I'm on the same page. I was thinking, like, damn, I need another cigarette.
Yeah, and I just dropped it on the floor.
Yeah, right. You think you could leave Bear to run the show for 5 minutes by himself?
Right, I
Probably
I don't know.
not.
He can't. He's
They don't have the video.
no. It's probably banned.
You know what? I could run this show for 5 minutes by myself.
Oh,
I could,
So-
but Bear's not a smoker.
So what do you think? Do you really think that Othal James or Othal Wallace is going to do any time?
yeah, of course he is.
Yeah,
Do you think that he's going to get life?
I don't know. I mean, I think if the cop's dead, if the cop is a vegetable or the cop's dead, I
You
think
know
he,
what?
I think he does
I
life.
think-
I mean, it's on video, dude. I mean, how do you not?
Othal Wallace has to do some time. I'm guaranteeing if he didn't, those other cops that are friends of the cop that he killed,
Ozone's his street name.
they're gonna put him out of his misery. You know how the cops roll. I mean,
Yeah.
they're buddies. Like you can't just go in off a cop like that and not expect retaliation.
Miss
Those
Lady
cops
says
are gonna
they're,
fuck you up.
yeah. Miss Lady says they're going for it. So I'm assuming they're going to, I mean, come on. Listen, who knows? He obviously had a gun. Now, I don't know if he took the cop's gun or if he had his own gun. Do you know? Do we know any of the details?
I have no idea. All we know is that he went in and no, he had his own gun.
He had his own gun. It was probably illegal. I don't know if it was legal or not, but it was probably so carrying a gun illegally. That's already a bad sign, right? That tells me that you're out to intend to hurt someone.
Yes.
And so when he got pulled over, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Maybe he'll get a second degree manslaughter.
99% of gun crimes are committed with illegal firearms.
How many?
99%.
That's I don't understand with all these things.
I would say like the few 1% would probably be that dude we seen in Arvada, Colorado, who went on the rampage for trying to shoot that cop.
All right,
I bet you he got his AR-15 legally.
I'm going Fleckus.
But I'm telling you right now, 99% of gun crimes all across the country are illegal firearms.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And gun control laws don't affect the criminals. It affects the regular, everyday American citizen.
Yep. And you know what? Those gun control laws also do not affect the legally insane people either. Because if they should, even though, I mean, I do agree with like confidentiality health wise, but if you have like brain altering issues, I think that should be reported to the feds when it comes to trying to buy a firearm. Like,
So PTSD,
people-
a veteran with PTSD shouldn't own a firearm.
yeah, I think if you've been, if you have been diagnosed with PTSD in general, it doesn't matter if you're a veteran or not. I honestly agree that they should not own a firearm. Let me give you an example. 1995, Oklahoma, Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma City bombing. He was a prior military vet, and he had PTSD. And how many people did he kill?
Yeah,
He
but it
didn't
wasn't
kill
with a firearm.
It was with manure.
Should they stop him from renting
Okay,
Ryder?
say like if he didn't have
Ryder
a bomb,
trucks?
if he didn't have a bomb, but he still had the intent, what are you going to go for?
Okay, what
I mean-
if the guy in Arvada that saved those cops had PTSD, but he had a firearm and saved all those people in the neighborhood?
He didn't have PTSD.
But
he
we
had
don't
a
know that.
firearm. Dude.
We don't know about.
You're going way off the subject.
So did you,
No, we're not.
Timothy
I
McVeigh?
am
You
not
used a
going
bomb.
off the subject. I am saying that people with PTSD or any kind of brain altering issues should not be allowed to buy legal firearms. That's all I'm saying.
But they defended the Okay, but the
and I
military.
use Timothy McVeigh as an example because you brought up, well, what about somebody in the military that was diagnosed with PTSD? Timothy McVeigh was in the military and he was diagnosed with PTSD and he killed people. That's all I'm saying. That's why I used him as an example. You are talking about that Hurley guy. We don't know if he was in the military. We don't know if he had PTSD.
But it was an example.
But obviously, the guy that did have an AR-15, I will guarantee he had that AR-15 legally.
I guarantee
And
he
he
did.
did have some mental issues. Obviously, if he had something out against
What if they're
the cops,
being medicated for their PTSD? What if they're going through?
brain altering issues, still same thing. No, if it was me,
So wait a minute.
in office,
Let me ask
no.
you this honest question.
if you're
So
taking
you're saying-
medication
Wait a minute.
No.
So some young man at 18 years old decides he's going to sign up in the military. He's going to serve his country and
Defend the Second Amendment.
defend the Second Amendment, defend the First Amendment, everything else. He's going to go over and fight a war that some jagoff in Washington decided to get the country mixed up in, right? Whether it wasn't his choice, he's just doing what he was asked to do. And he knew that going in. He knew that there's a possibility that he could go to war. So he goes over and shoots a bunch of these sand creatures over there. And in the meantime, he sees a couple of his buddies get blown up, which messes with his head a little bit. Are you telling me that because he was a patriot and went to fight for the war and then came home, he's got to sacrifice his Second Amendment rights to protect his family?
That is exactly what I'm telling you, sir. Because if it is messing with his head, then he does not need to be having a firearm. Plain and simple. If you go over there and something like that messes with your head and you cannot handle yourself without medication, then you should have no business handling a firearm.
But where do you draw the line? What about
I draw the
Bowie
line.
knives?
I draw the line at mental.
No, but I'm saying
Problems.
as far as weapons are concerned,
A knife, fine.
a Bowie knife.
A knife is fine. Have you heard that old saying? Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, but
If somebody drew a knife on me, they're going to
go.
get shot. I don't have mental
But
issues, though.
that's because you carry a gun. But I'm talking about someone with PTSD
I
could
don't
take a
carry a gun with murderous intent.
no. But no, you're missing my point. Take you out of the picture. I'm talking about this vet now that's no longer allowed to protect his family with the Second Amendment because you feel he's not stable enough to do so.
Yes.
So he can go out now and he can purchase a samurai sword. He can now go out and purchase a Bowie knife. If he wants to kill somebody, he's going to kill somebody regardless. Just like Timothy McVeigh, your example, he used a freaking rental truck and some manure and he blew up a hell of a lot of people. And by the way, Timothy McVeigh was also very involved with Muhammad Atta or whatever the hell his name is that flew the jet into one of the Twin Towers. Timothy McVeigh was radicalized.
He
was a
some mental
freaking
issues,
radicalized
right?
nut, and he was working with those people that eventually took down the Twin Towers.
Right. So, what is wrong with doing a little further investigation with somebody who does have known mental problems?
I'm not
before
saying
they
that.
buy a gun.
I'm saying if you come home with PTSD, then
And
the government has a
but
responsibility to give you
you
some
did say
counseling.
that, but you also threw in another key words, and correct me if I'm wrong. You threw in, but he got a little mentally messed up from seeing a couple of his buddies
Well,
out there
sure.
getting killed. So a little mentally messed up. Okay. Before we sell this guy personally owned firearm, what's wrong with making sure that he's mentally stable before
because he
getting
didn't commit any crimes, and
No,
the Second
he
Amendment
didn't.
guarantees
No,
you
he
your
didn't.
right to bear arms, and it
And
shall
not be infringed.
Yeah, it shall
I
be.
think you're kind of just missing the point a little bit. I'm not talking about
Angry
I'm not talking
Hold on,
about
hold on.
infringement.
Chico's talk.
Okay.
Angry conservative said, "Chico's, I have PTSD, so I should have to turn in my guns because I have it. I have
Okay,
never
no,
shot
see,
anyone that
she
didn't deserve
is
it."
stepping way ahead of me. I'm not talking about infringement. All I'm talking about is there has to be a line drawn in the sand. When we hear about these mass shootings, and this is and correct me if I'm wrong, are these mass shootings are done with people who buy firearms legally, and they have mental issues.
Yeah, but
So
they're not
can-
PTSD.
How can
PTSD mental
why
issues.
should we not have the people who have mental issues, their mental issues reported to the feds ahead of time before they buy the firearms?
Those are
And why
red flag
can't-
laws. So you're like a
Exactly.
proponent of red flag
So
laws.
we should have some red flags. That's all I'm saying. It could prevent a lot of mass shootings, and and I'm not saying like totally throw them out of the loop of getting firearms, but I am saying, okay, let's do like some reviews. Let's talk to this person. Let's find out their mental stability before giving them
Let me ask you this
firearms.
question.
That's it, man.
Statistically speaking, are more people protected with legal firearm owners than
Oh, yeah.
or more
Oh,
people
oh, yeah.
killed by legal firearm owners?
No, more people are okay. I'm sorry. Did you say illegal or legal?
legal. So I'm talking.
Oh yeah, guaranteed more people are protected.
right.
But all I'm saying, if you do the math, obviously all the gun crimes, like I said, 99% of gun crimes are committed by illegal firearm owners.
Mhm.
The 1%, which is like the mass shootings, are legal firearms with people with mental issues. And I'm saying all we need to do is
What's
I
preventing
think
that
we should
vet
address
from
that.
getting an illegal gun then?
That's true.
Nothing's preventing the vet from
So what
getting
you're
the
doing is
illegal-
you're putting that vet into a position now where he wants to protect his family, and now you're creating a felon out of this vet who fought for his country and fought for our rights.
See, you're jumping a gun. I said nothing about felon or creating felons. See,
No,
you are
I'm saying
going
that.
way
What I'm
ahead.
saying that you're saying that he can
I'm
no
just
longer
saying,
own a gun.
If you are
legally,
diagnosed with PTSD,
He can't own a gun. That's
and
what
if
you're
you
saying,
are taking medication to handle your own mental stability,
right?
why should you be able to handle a firearm if you can't?
But
Even,
what I'm
if
saying,
you can't even handle your own mental state,
I get that. But
why
what
do you need to handle a mental?
I get it, but what I'm saying is they're going to go out and get one anyway. So what you're doing now is you're
No.
putting that person into a position where he now has to be an illegal gun purchaser.
I think that they should jump through a few more hoops before purchasing a firearm. And I'm not just talking about vets. I'm talking about people who are taking medication, brain-altering medication in general.
Well, there's
not just vets. I'm talking about everybody, because it's not just vets.
but I believe that's a law that's already out there. If someone is mentally
no, it's
unstable,
not. It is not enforced. We know that by looking
but
at.
is there a law there? I don't care if it's enforced or not. Is there a law?
I don't know.
What's passing
Sometimes
another
I-
law
I-
going to do? If
I-
they're not
no,
enforcing that
sometimes I
law,
question that.
but if they're not enforcing that law, why would you pass another law that they're not going to enforce if it's already out there?
It's not that I wouldn't pass a law that they enforce. What I would pass is their medical history will be reported to the feds if they want to buy a firearm. And if there is anything where they are taking mind-altering drugs, then yes, you will be stopped and you will be questioned. You will be pulled aside, and you're going to wait longer to get your.
There's
firearm.
a question
can I ask
on
you-
a Second Amendment when you apply for your right to carry. There's a question that asks you, "Are you of sound mind?" And if you say no, you're not allowed to own a firearm. Okay,
That's
so
a shitty law. Anybody can say. Just check
But
mark
what I'm-
yes all day.
my
It's
point
like
is-
if there is a question that says, "Are you a dumbass?"
no, but my point is this: you're not
No.
listening.
Can I interject a question? So he says mind altering drugs, right?
mind altering
Okay,
drugs.
Okay,
Which,
but
let me
but-
tell you right now, in the state of New Mexico, and I'm sorry to cut you off, if you have a license to buy medicinal marijuana, you cannot buy a firearm because you're taking mind altering drugs. So if marijuana is a mind altering drug, why is not Percocet or Ritalin or any of these other pharmaceutical drugs that are obviously way worse than marijuana? I mean,
well,
come on.
my question is this, and I'm not being an asshole. This is a legitimate question, and it's this. Okay, let's say John wants to get high, right? John has a firearm, and this is all for instance. YouTube. John gets his marijuana from the streets. He still owns a firearm. Dude, there's no loophole that's gonna be able to stop people from mind altering drugs, because dude, then heroin addicts, dude, they can still get it. They're getting it from the streets. I mean, there's so much out there that you can't control. You can't control people. And the sad thing is, Chicos, is if a person's gonna buy a gun, they're gonna buy it either from the streets or from a dealer. And I'd rather have somebody with mind altering drugs buy it from a dealer with a serial number where we could track that gun if they do something stupid.
Yeah, I would rather have the background check done. I would rather know, the fact that this person went through, because in order to carry a gun, concealed gun, most states, not all states, not Arizona, but a lot of states do require that you have, a concealed carry permit. And there are hoops that you got to jump through. But I can't see sending someone off to fight a war that's not his choice. It's his duty, his responsibility, and then stripping him of his constitutional rights. I just can't see that. I don't feel like that's at all ethical. And I pray that that person, if he does buy a gun and he whacks his wife with it, or he goes out and causes some, I'm sorry, but along with freedom comes catastrophes sometimes. But I would rather live in a free state and deal with the catastrophes than live in a state where I'm told what I can and can't do because I've got some post-traumatic stress disorder.
I'm just trying to bring up a logical reason to try to prevent these supposed mass shootings. I mean, and I know this is a fictional.
It's all hypothetical.
And I'm gonna bring up a hypothetical scenario. I mean, Full Metal Jacket. It's a fictional movie, right? But what happened to the gunnery sergeant? I mean, the drill instructor. Obviously, there was someone who could not handle the pressure, the issues, and with the gun and everything put together, and he ended up smoking that drill sergeant. Right. All I'm saying is, not everybody is not built the same way. And if there is somebody who can't, if they cannot, they get shipped off, and I'm not dogging on vets or anything. All I'm saying is, people handle situations in different ways. And if you are out in a scenario to where you crack mentally, to where you need to see psychiatrists and you need to take mind-altering medication to handle everything that you've been through, I just don't think that you should have a firearm in your hands. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree.
And it's not just with vets.
I agree. I know what you're saying.
It's not just vets. You got weak ass people who don't even get put in those sim situations as veterans during wartime, but they're having all these whatever issues they're having. They do not need to have firearms, and I think they need to be reviewed.
The vast majority.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, dude, but
yeah,
because I get what you're saying, because even the liar Chris Kyle got killed.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to
by his body
on anybody's Second Amendment rights. All I'm saying is, if you got mental issues, and if you're taking medication to handle
it's actually a good conversation,
and I'm saying if you're taking medication to handle your own mental problems, why should you have a firearm? Why? I mean, give me a good, legitimate
to protect
reason
your
why.
wife and children in case someone breaks into your home.
You're taking medication to protect yourself.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
No, you asked me why
if you can't protect yourself by yourself, if you can't protect yourself by yourself, you need mind-altering medication. You have no business trying to protect anybody else.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Get flatline plain out.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's say I have PTSD, right? I do. All right. Well, Bree C don't. She buys a firearm. Now there's a firearm in my house. I mean, that what I'm saying is there's loopholes to get around everything.
I see that. There's loopholes to everything. But, it goes on the dependency. So say like Bree, you and her, you've been together for a long time. She trusts you for a certain amount of things. And she knows like, okay, I feel comfortable enough to buy this firearm. I don't think that Bear is going to just grab my firearm and just start killing random people. You know what I mean? Like, you guys develop a relationship. She knows you. And,
yeah, but he still has access to a firearm.
He does, but he doesn't
Isn't that the whole point?
He does not have it on his own accountability. He has to get access to it on a firearm through somebody else. So it's a little bit more work. All I'm saying is there's loopholes. Like you said, there are loopholes to everything.
What if this vet comes home with post-traumatic stress? He's taking his medication so that he's not having his night terrors and all the other bullshit that these kids go through.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Great conversation, guys. And we're having it civil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
That's what I like about it. I like.
But how many Vietnam vets have you seen? Because I've seen a few.
Well, dude, like I said,
first of all,
like I've seen like this girl I used to date a long time ago. Her grandpa was in Vietnam, and if you put sour cream on the table, he would fucking flip the table over. He'd go fucking nuts over sour cream, whatever his reason was. But it's like, damn, should a person like that have a firearm?
It doesn't sound like he's being medicated.
No,
doesn't sound like he's being treated.
See, and here's
so
the
he's
thing.
left untreated because the government doesn't give a shit about the Vietnam vets. They never did.
If you're being medicated,
so you can.
What is a firearm
Because
does that
medication
help
is
you?
helping you. Medication is bringing you back and
Okay,
helping. And
medication is helping you, but how does
But
a
you-
firearm help?
But you know,
because you're protecting your family or yourself. What if you're? Let me ask this question, Bear. What if you're a professional? Now you come home from the war, you get yourself into a job, and now you're a traveling salesperson or you're traveling, and you're telling me that this person now doesn't have the right to protect himself. He may get off at the wrong exit. He may get off. He may be involved, get into a bad scenario. He doesn't have the right to protect himself. That doesn't make any sense.
Hold on. You're going to have to repeat that one more time. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
so
John.
the vet comes home. He's got PTSD. Right? Thank God we're starting to recognize PTSD. So he goes to the VA, he gets treated. Part of his treatment is he gets medicated so that the night terrors and all that other bullshit goes away, right? It helps go away. He's going through therapy, whatever. In the meantime, he lands a job where he's got to travel maybe into the city and things like that for work. And now it's 8:00 at night. He pulls off the road to fill up gas and he's in a bad neighborhood. He doesn't, according to you, he doesn't have the right or shouldn't have the right to protect himself in case he gets jumped at a gas pump.
You're flipping my words.
That's not right.
I never said he didn't have the right to protect himself. I said he didn't have the right to purchase a legal firearm.
So how can he protect himself if he's not allowed to own a firearm?
Well,
he's got to get one illegally, I guess.
No, he should not be mentally insane.
That's not an answer.
Okay,
that's
see,
that's
you're
a
using,
cop out.
No, you are using hypothetical scenarios.
This whole conversation's hypothetical.
I can give you a hypothetical.
You
answer.
brought up a movie.
So how does he get a job with his mental instability?
You brought up a movie,
What kind of
so let's
job
talk about
is he working
hypotheticals.
where he's working 8:00 at night with his mental instability.
I don't care what kind of job it is. It could be a sales job. It could be a traveling sales job where he has to travel from one side of the state to the other. And he's on his way home on a Friday night and he pulls over, doesn't know where he's at. He pulls off into a bad neighborhood and gets jumped. You said it can happen in this city all the time. He doesn't have the right to protect himself.
How many bad neighborhoods have you pulled into and got jumped?
I haven't.
Exactly. How often does that happen?
How often is it
In Pueblo?
vets that are blowing
Okay, you
people
say
up
Pueblo.
everywhere?
I mean, it could happen to anybody at any time. It's like
Exactly.
a lottery. It's like getting
That's
struck
why you have
by
a fire
lightning.
hydrant. No,
It's like
that's why you
no.
have a fire hydrant in your kitchen.
But
God forbid something
you
catches on fire. But how many times does
You
your
also didn't
kitchen
let me
burn
finish.
down?
You don't have exactly never.
So why do you have a fire hydrant?
I don't know. It's probably expired too. But all I'm saying too is if you're outside.
Bree says, "I think you need to go for a smoke."
All I'm saying is if you're outside, why not stand under a bridge the entire time when there's a rainstorm? Because you might get struck by lightning. People just don't do that.
oh,
You know what I mean?
I got a good
you-
question.
you're- This hypothetical scenario,
Dude, you were bringing up a movie with a fictional character as your example.
I know because look. What about Nevada?
Okay, you're using one example.
No,
I'm talking
what about
about
Colorado?
Columbine was
That
done by
just happened.
They were done by kids.
Yeah, but they were legal.
No, they were not.
firearms.
They were not
They
legal.
got them from their parents.
Okay, they were not legally
They were
allowed to
legally
have them.
purchased.
They were not legally allowed to have them. So I buy a gun, some dude breaks in my house and steals it
That
and
Joker,
goes and kills somebody.
that
That's a
Jo-
legally
that
purchased
Joker
gun.
shooter we were talking about had a legal AR-15, mentally unstable. The one that just
no,
happened
actually
at that grocery store.
he was not mentally unstable. He was actually a genius going for his doctorate degree.
So a dude with orange hair who tries to pretend like he was Joker from Batman is not mentally unstable.
But we didn't know that at the
Dude.
time because he was a genius going for his doctorate degree.
You have to. They're all mentally unstable. If you walk into a building and kill 50 people with a gun, you're mentally unstable. How are you supposed to predict that?
How do you suppose that we handle this situation? I'm bringing up a
One,
scenario where we could
stop.
try.
We stop making these people into martyrs. We stop putting their pictures and faces all over the media and their names, and we stop treating them like they're some kind of fucking hero. If when this bullshit goes down, we need to fucking bury the story with their dead body.
We do need a smoke, man. You are starting to cuss way
I'm
too
sorry.
much.
I'm getting fired up.
Bro.
I'm sorry, but
I'm just
Hey, chat.
I'm just asking. I'm not like trying to get into like a heated debate.
well,
All
you asked me a question. How do we handle it?
Yeah.
and we
Hey,
got to
chat.
we
Hey,
got to.
chat. Hey, chat. Can we go on a 5 minute or a 2 minute break? We're gonna be on a 2 minute break.
All right.
We're gonna take a 2-minute break, and we'll continue this after these messages.
Hey, do you got some good commercials to play? Like,
Can you play that Chico's Tacos video?
something, just to keep me entertained until we come back.
Oh, play the anniversary special.
Where is it?
Go top up. Anniversary special. Right there.
We'll be
live on YouTube. That's what it says on my thing.
We're not there yet. Hold on.
It's setting up. It says meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. That's what it says on my thing.
I got it. Go ahead.
It says meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
I got it. Go ahead.
One is watching.
Are live. Welcome to the Conservative Chicanos. We are
Live. All right. He was just saying, I think Trump may have talked a little too much, but at the same time, I think he did a better job. I can't stand anything Joe Biden stands for.
I gotta figure this shit out. How do I do this?
No, you can't do it on your phone, man. You're gonna have to just.
Oh, I gotta be on my computer. Conservative Chicanos. Hell yeah.
The Conservative is here.
Well, you bringing him in? There he is.
What up, man?
What up? What up?
salute.
Man, we're getting crunk in here. We're getting crazy up in here.
Welcome to the channel, man. God bless.
What's going on, man? How are you guys?
The Vikings coming. All right.
Let me change his name.
There he is.
There he is in all his glory.
Right there. Look at him. Look at him go.
Oh, there's American Chicano.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Welcome to the Conservative Chicanos. It's me, the Conservative Bear, and as always, we have...
Nobody can get an idea. But
Hey, Gary, welcome to the channel, man.
Hey man, how you doing? You guys can hear me?
Yeah,
What up, Gary? Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes, we are. How you doing tonight, Angela?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Are we back?
Where's Chino?
And more importantly, can you hear the rest of us?
Yeah, definitely. Can you guys hear us? I can hear everybody. Can you hear us, Pablo?
I've been hearing both of y'all, man. I don't know if you. Word is they can't hear me.
The friends. So there's been a couple of things that I've been trying to stay away from and stuff like that. But I've been lately watching and reading the news, and I've been seeing things that I don't like. And with saying these things that I don't like, it's just starting to get on my freaking nerves.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on?
What you doing? I see you're scrumptious on something. I saw you take a big old bite backstage. I saw you.
Hey, bro. You got to eat before and after.
Man!
Killing me, bro.
You know what? Let me do Christmas, bro. Cheese and onion? Yes, please. French fries on top? Yes, please. And then,
It's not Frito pie. It's called a slopper.
no.
So what it is French fries, green chile, and underneath all this yummy goodness is burgers.
Stop.
Doing all that moving and shit was like fucking.
What up? What up?
No, we're not there yet. Hold on. So what's happened? Check it out on the next. Say your name together. Jessica Doty Whitaker. Let's say it together on the next Conservative. Are you freaking kidding me? You gotta be freaking serious. You can't be serious. And we're live! Finally, sorry it took so long. Welcome to the Conservative Chicanos. It is me, the Conservative Bear, and as always, we always have. And we're live! Finally, sorry it took so long. That's me!
There you go again, bro.
That's me!
Perfect. What's up, everybody?
You're sideways.
I'm sideways? Hold on, so let's fix that.
Gary, that's cool, man.
There we go.
I'm stoked.
Yeah. Oh no. When you do diagnose with COVID, you can't smell. You should not have fire. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm joking on that.
Ugh.
Oh, this video ended.
Oh, there's a lot of comments.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. You know what? And I bet you a lot of people fucking hate me right now.
No, that's all right. Nobody hates you. Nobody hates you, Chicos.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get nobody fired up against me.
What's up, guys? We are back from commercial break.
Yeah.
Again, this video is sponsored by Say What You Will Radio.
Oh, I like Renee. What? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This video is sponsored by Say What You Will Radio. Please check us out at saywhatyouvillradio.com. You can purchase all the merchandise from Backyard Politics. Also, check out tcbshow.net. You can support the channel on that way. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're watching this channel. And if you are in the TCB show, always hit that Cash App.
All right. Renee says, after the break, let's take a poll on the issue. I agree. So let me ask you this. We'll just put it out there. If someone is diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, like many of our vets are, like many rape victims are, etc., should they...
Hold on real quick. Careful with this poll. I didn't say they should be totally banned from guns. All I'm saying, because we were discussing this out back, I think they should take a little more extra steps medically, professionally wise, and be evaluated more by a psychiatrist prior to getting that firearm.
All right.
And being cleared. You know, they should be cleared by a psychiatrist
so
first.
Yeah, and so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that if you are diagnosed with PTSD, should you have to go through multiple steps of evaluation prior to being allowed to exercise your Second Amendment rights? Is that a good way to ask the question, Chicos?
I think so. Yes, that's a perfect way.
All right, so hit 1 if yes, you think they need to go through multiple steps before exercising their Second Amendment rights, and press 2 if you think they should not have to go through multiple steps to exercise their Second Amendment rights.
Hey, actually, if you're watching on the TCB show, we're gonna switch this next part over to only the conservative Chicanos. Please move over to the conservative Chicanos. If you guys could please put the link in for the conservative Chicanos in the chat. Head over to the conservative Chicanos. The rest of this will be live. Will be carried on over there. Go ahead and hit end on, see where the check mark is.
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so put that 1 in 2.
Just remove?
In conservative Chicanos.
We don't want to delete.
Yeah, delete off TCB show.
You guys are going way above my head right now. This is like technology.
All right. All right. Now we're just on conservative
Chicanos.
And well, look how many people we lost. We went from 16 to 2.
Damn.
I told them to go over.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll come over.
We
We'll
should
see.
probably gave them like an extra minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Bree says share a peace pipe. I think that was probably a good idea, and we kind of did, but we didn't. Oh, a mind of her own is in the room. I haven't seen a mind of her own for a while.
She might have been in the conservative the TCB show.
Yeah. Oh, maybe she might. Yeah, she's probably gone. We lost the I don't know if that was a good move.
Hopefully, hopefully they heard what you were saying though. I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, we did take a break. Other people may have taken a break at the same time too. You know, I don't know.
The ghost says, "Can you imagine Poopy Pants Biden? I like to call him Whispering Joe, thinking he's Tom Cruise flying an F-15, dropping nukes on us." Yeah,
they're coming over.
He's pretending that electric
F-150. We doubled our viewers. We've added 4 since our.
Okay, so
good. Well, welcome to the conservative Chicanos channel. Let's see. He would be dumping poo everywhere. Yeah, that's right. I like this video, guys. Yeah, a mind of her. I hope she came back. Let's hope so.
Yeah, but unlike Biden, you can't sue the diaper company for leaking poo everywhere. You know, they did not expect him to shit more than once in his pants. Just like he was saying about, we need to hold all these gun companies accountable. That's BS.
A mind of her own says, I think they're all in the bathroom. Did anyone watch President Trump's rally tonight? No, we watched part of it. We just watched a small bit, but it was nice to see him back.
But we were cooking though.
We were cooking.
Yeah.
We were cooking with gas.
We're just tearing that up in the kitchen.
The ghost says, someone hand me a beer. Yeah, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. Let's see. Anyway, we'll just drop. That's okay. Renee B says, guys, I have a question for the chat. Who categorically believes anyone with a mental health issue should be banned from owning a gun?
See, there she goes, man. She said banned when I'm like, clearly, I'm just trying to say that they shouldn't be completely banned. They should have to take extra measures in getting a firearm. Like they should be evaluated by a mental health expert. That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's not an infringement on your gun ownership rights. All it's saying is like, should we give a mentally unstable person a gun? Well, let's have him professionally evaluated. That's right. It.
And
that is it.
That process is pretty much already there.
I think it should be enforced a little more.
Okay, and maybe that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But I mean, if you're diagnosed, like we were talking during our little smoke break back there, if you're diagnosed with schizophrenia or something like that, and the doctor, determines that you're either a threat to yourself or to others, that is logged into a system, and you should not be able to acquire a gun. That's why we do national background checks. What other reason would we have to do a national background check? Or, it's got to pick up something.
Well, let me kind of sway away from guns for a second here. Can we say that, because remember we were talking about that who was that? Who was that kid who was 9 years old and started taking hormone blockers? And now, how messed up is that kid, right?
Jazz Jennings.
Okay. Would you say that his parents were probably a little mental unstable? Should they be trusted with a firearm if they can't even raise their kid right?
I don't know. I mean, are the two go hand in hand?
Go through a little bit more mental evaluation before giving this kid hormone blockers and doing all this stuff? I mean, that is a little crazy, right? So all I'm saying is, you got mentally insane people that are acquiring firearms legally, that maybe there should be a little few extra steps taken to get, before they have a firearm put in their hands. Like maybe they should be mentally evaluated a little more by a professional and be cleared, be prior to being able to acquire a firearm.
Well,
I just think that people.
John Lovin says if it's too dangerous for somebody to own a gun, then is it too dangerous to own a car?
See, he is just taking it way out of concept. They're talking like I'm trying to say that they should be banned from owning a firearm. All I'm saying is they need there should be a red flag system where it's put up, okay, this person is taking mind-altering drugs for this certain reason. There's a red flag. Before the purchase of a firearm, they need to have a written approval from a mental health expert clearing them, saying that they are allowed to acquire a firearm.
Now,
all I'm saying.
Let me ask you this question. What if that mental health expert is an anti-gunner?
Can I say one thing, though?
Well, see,
in politics gets involved in their decision.
Can I say one thing, though? Wouldn't that be a violation of HIPAA?
See, and that has been brought up before to me. That has been brought up because everybody does have their
right to their privacy.
To their privacy. Except that's the only exception is all I'm saying. There should be a red flag. And that's the only red flag. I'm not saying it should be acquired to anything else in life. Nothing else. It should not prevent them from getting a job, purchasing a home or a vehicle. All it is a firearm. And we've had this conversation earlier. I remember you're saying, oh, you can use a vehicle to kill somebody. You can use a brick to kill somebody. But we're saying, why were the reason bricks were made? Bricks were made to build. Vehicles were made to transport. Guns
were made to hunt.
Exactly. That is taking a life.
What about nunchucks?
Is it not? I mean, you are not physically killing something with a gun. What else is a gun used for?
What about a bear trap?
It's not used to nail nails in a wall. It's not used to put up stucco.
What about nunchucks?
Nunchucks, you know what? That interesting fact. Nunchucks are an old ancient farmer's tool from China. They are used by farmers as a weapon, but there is actually a farming tool.
But you could kill somebody with it, though.
Hell yeah,
they're made to hurt somebody. They're not made to farm. They're not made to pick corn.
Are nunchucks legal to carry in Arizona?
I don't know.
You told me they weren't.
No,
you literally told me you cannot carry these.
If you're not allowed to carry a weapon, you can't carry them. Is what I'm saying.
No, if you have the right to carry a nunchucks and I was in New York, I'd get arrested real quick. They're illegal. They are illegal in New York. So
the damn turtles.
That's why. Man, don't play my tortoises, bro. Kevin and Whitney have nothing to do with this conversation. No, but I'm saying nunchucks are illegal in certain states. So
no, we're just making conversation. That's why
exactly.
I thought, okay, what about a samurai sword?
Also illegal in certain states. You guys are bringing up weapons that I have.
I didn't even know you had a samurai sword.
What?
I didn't know you.
I was showing John Smith mine.
You didn't show me that one.
I didn't.
No, I saw like your Rambo knife.
Everybody in the chat, smash a 1 if you want to see Chico's. And it technically it's not a samurai sword; it's a katana.
Oh,
smash a 1 if you want to see Chico's katana. I'll bust it out right now and show you guys.
Nana, and this is a good point. Okay, this is what we were talking about on our little break too. She said, "I have a brother that has been diagnosed with schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a completely different level than post-traumatic stress disorder.
That's a
Schizophrenia
is serious.
Schizophrenia
Really
is when
serious.
when you're very likely to hurt yourself or hurt someone else.
You have multiple personalities when
Yeah.
you're schizophrenic.
And you've been diagnosed by a trained professional. You've been diagnosed by most likely a psychiatrist would diagnose someone with schizophrenia, and they would need to be heavily medicated. And she said a good point. She said every day people don't know if he's been on his meds or not. And there'd be, and someone that has schizophrenia, that's diagnosed with schizophrenia, in my opinion, should not have a gun. Now, post-traumatic stress disorder, unless I don't know, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I can't say that for sure.
Well, yeah,
but if someone is medicated, and let's say they do have schizophrenia and they're medicated and they're taking their meds, but the minute they stop taking their meds, and it needs to be monitored, I don't know. I mean, there's got to be some sort of family responsibility, or there's got to be whoever their caretaker is.
Well, the psychiatrist will know.
You know, there's a loophole to that too, Nana. And Nana's like proving my point. I'm not just talking about PTSD. I'm just talking about mind-altering problems in general. Schizophrenia is definitely a serious issue.
Yeah.
And look, she says right there verbatim, I would be scared if he had a gun. Now, is he legally not able to buy a firearm, Nana? What if he went to a pawn shop tomorrow and nobody was with him? He's by himself.
Still
he
has to
decides
do a background check.
fill out the form. Exactly. You know, but all they check is your criminal history. And if he doesn't have a criminal history, but he's been diagnosed with schizophrenia, can he get a firearm? That's my question.
I guess my question is this. This is the United States of America. We're different than any other country in the world. We're the only country in the world that has a Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Okay. And the entire basis of this country is that you're innocent until proven guilty. And so I don't necessarily believe that anyone, I would even say felons who've done their time and they come out of prison and they've served their term.
I said 7 years.
I don't think they should be banned from owning a firearm.
I think 7 years. Because most people repeat. If you're going to be a repeat offender, you repeat within 7 years.
And I also think it depends on why they're a felon in the first place.
But if you,
what was the charge?
And that's fine
true.
too.
True.
But what I'm saying is, if you are innocent until proven guilty, how can you take someone's First and Second Amendment rights away from them if they have caused or committed no crimes? You can't, because you can't get inside their head.
That is true, but
you don't know what they're thinking. And
here's the thing where
give the benefit of the doubt.
I was thinking outside the box. You're talking about innocent until proven guilty, but if you've already been diagnosed,
that's not
with
a crime.
A mental
illness isn't a crime.
Illness, and you're taking mind-altering medication.
But that's not a crime.
Technically, you've already been diagnosed, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be prevented from getting the gun. See, this is where you're just taking it out of my context. All I'm saying is they need to be evaluated. They need to go through extra measures prior to getting that firearm. They need to be cleared by a psychiatrist, a professional, saying, okay, you know what, the professional thinks, okay, you know what, I don't have an issue with this guy being able to buy a firearm. I clear him, you know. And you did say, what if it's some libtard who's anti-gun? I mean, it's the same thing with the judges in the damn courts. Like, who were we talking about earlier? With that dad who got his child taken away from him because, you know, he didn't agree with his mom, with his son.
Oh, Luna.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about that earlier when we were eating breakfast. I mean, you can't pick your judges and what they're going to judge on. Just same thing with the doctor. I mean, I do not have an answer for that. You know, you don't know. All I'm saying is if they went through the schooling, they have their degree, they have their doctrines as being the profession that they are, and if they clear somebody or not, it's up to their discretion. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they should be totally barred from the Second Amendment. I'm just saying that if you have these issues, you got to go through these extra measures. The only reason I'm bringing this up is for a little more preventative construct, to try to prevent these mass shootings that we keep happening to see on a more day-to-day basis.
But the question,
as time goes forward,
why do we continue? Do we see more? And that's the question. And why, if so, why do we continue to see more? And I don't believe that it's a gun issue. I don't believe it's a gun issue. I believe that when you put these people, their face all over the news, and you make them famous, a lot of them, that's what they want. So if the media would be more responsible, and I know that's a big if,
true,
but if they were a little bit more responsible and just treated these people, obviously, you can talk about the victims and everything, and you can talk about the crime, but to put the killer all over TV and to broadcast their name, dude, that's what they get off on.
So, I can agree with that. Actually, if there was a mass shooting, it'd probably be good if they just didn't report it at all and nobody knew about nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of shit. Like I was saying, we don't really have news anymore. It's just editorial.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
It's a lot of opinionated bullshit.
But I think even like I remember I was telling you guys that song about Green Day called Bang Bang. It was about mass shootings.
How do you know that's not a trigger?
But listen to the words. It goes, I get my kicks and I want to start a rager. I want to dance like I'm on the video. I've got a fever for the violent behavior. I'm sweating bullets like a modern Romeo. It goes, bang, bang, give me fame, shoot me up to entertain. I'm a semi-automatic lonely boy. You're dead. I'm well fed. Give me death or give me head. I'm daddy's little psycho and mommy's little soldier. It tells you right there, dude. That's what most people are doing this, dude. They're doing this to get they're doing it for their photo bomb. They're doing it to get broadcast, to get their 15 minutes of fame. And if we stopped rewarding these idiots for doing these criminal things, dude, their names get plastered all over the news for how long? How long do you continue to see these guys' faces plastered?
Every day.
I remember the Las Vegas shooter was on there for at least 3 weeks. He was famous for 3 weeks.
Absolutely. And that's how they get their rocks off. In fact, I give huge kudos to Glenn Beck and the Blaze, because anytime there's a mass killing, one, they refer to it as a mass killing, not a mass shooting. Okay? Because mass shooting they purposely say that because it's about guns from the left. Now he reports it, or they reported it, the Blaze, as a mass killing, and they never report the person's name and they never show his or her picture. That's their policy. So if everyone was to watch just the Blaze, you would never know who these scumbags are. And so there would be no reason for the people that are the Bang Bang song mental people to go out and do it, because they're not going to get the 5 minutes of fame that they're looking for. That's a big part of it. Is that going to stop mass shootings? No, it's never going to stop it. I mean, their guns are banned in Australia. There's still mass shootings in Australia, mass killings. If the guns are banned in Australia, there's still mass killings.
Never ban guns ever.
In the UK, there's still mass shootings.
Cops can't even carry the guns in the UK.
No, but there's still mass shootings over there, and I keep saying it, but mass killings with guns.
The mass killings are done by mentally unstable people.
Well, of course you have to be mentally unstable, but how do you know when they're going to reach that pinnacle of a mass killing? You can't predict the future.
That's why I was saying you can't predict the future.
And most of them are done with illegal guns.
You can make somebody who we already know who has a track record by taking mind-altering medication go see a professional. But prior to their firearm,
dude, how about the guy that blew up?
To make it a little more difficult and have them go through extra measures and be cleared by somebody else, I think can prevent.
How about the guy that blew up Nashville like a year or two ago, that lit off the bomb up in Nashville?
So he was a right stand-up guy. He wasn't mentally insane.
He was mentally insane. But my point is this: nobody knew it. They knew he was a loner. They knew he was kind of a weird dude. But how do you prevent it from happening? Because you cannot. Everybody can Monday morning quarterback the deal and say, "Oh yeah, that guy was crazy. I knew it. I knew he was going to do something like that." Bullshit. Because you never told anybody.
Right.
You're Monday morning quarterback in it. Don't give me that bullshit.
Okay, so that's one out of how many cases?
But dude, it's most of the cases. You can't predict it. Nobody knows. If you could predict it, we would already have a way to stop it. If you can predict something from happening, I can tell you this. The sun is going to come up in the east tomorrow. I can predict that because I know it's going to happen, right? So I shouldn't be surprised if it does. But you cannot predict these mass killings. You can't. You couldn't predict 9/11 was going to happen.
You can't predict mass killings. And I'm not saying everybody that's taking mind-altering medication is going to just go on a mass killing spree.
In fact, probably less
I'm
than
not
1%
saying that.
do.
Exactly.
So how do you stop it?
Exactly. Weed it out. Make it a little harder.
But you're going to make it harder
And I'm
for the
not saying it's gonna
99.999%.
completely stop it, but I think it might stop 99.9%.
No, you're going to make it more difficult for 99.99% of the people that were never going to commit a crime anyway. You're going to make their life more difficult and more miserable because you want to catch
owning a firearm. You're going to make their life more difficult.
Absolutely.
Some people actually,
Come on, man.
some
I do not need a firearm.
People
to get
use
ahead in
firearms
life.
as therapy. Absolutely, they do. They use hunting as therapy. They use.
I could name 10 guys right now who use going to the range as
You
therapy.
know how many? You know how many nonprofits are out there for vets where they take these vets out into the woods and go hunting? There's so many of those. Wounded Warrior Project does that type of stuff. The one that Dick Cheney was involved with did that kind of stuff.
So there's nothing else you can do to help you therapeutically.
I don't know.
You're telling me nothing.
I'm telling you that
You
these
look
work.
at me. I'm a big ass nerd. Look at all the bullshit in my room. I collect all this nerdy
But that's
crap.
you. That's what you like.
Exactly.
Why should everybody like what you like?
What I do cannot inflict harm on anybody
But that's
else.
you.
But
Dude,
I'm only using one thing as an example.
The vast
Other
majority
than
of the vets
firearms.
that walked
You're
into this room.
You're telling me there is nothing else besides firearms that can help somebody therapeutically?
No, what I'm saying is,
come on, man.
It helps.
Dude, poker. And I'm naming a few things, okay? Poker, nerdy shit that I nerd out on, right? Yeah, there's a lot of things. Going to church, praising God, that's another thing. Visiting your family more, getting more in touch with your relatives, that's something that's therapeutic. Or how about going and helping the homeless? You know, going to your local homeless shelter, helping other human beings.
What if the person's an introvert?
Are you saying that these 501c3s?
The introverts are the one that fucking shoot people.
James Holmes was not an introvert.
You literally told me that these guys were lone introverts.
I did
that
not
are going
say that.
on mass killings. That
I never said that. I said James Holmes was actually a genius that went to college, was getting his PhD. That's the Aurora shooter.
And he's an introvert.
He was not an introvert. He was an extrovert. He was
An
going to college.
extrovert. Yeah. An extrovert who worshiped a fictional character, the Joker, and painted his hair orange.
Nobody knew he was going to do that.
Cosplay,
That's
bro.
my point.
People do cosplay all the time and they don't kill people.
Nobody can predict it.
What cosplay did he go to?
He dressed up as the Joker.
No, he didn't. He just painted his hair orange. I mean, he did not dress up like the Joker. There's nothing.
That was his thing.
They just said.
But there was no red flags at that time that James Holmes was going to go shoot up Aurora.
All I'm saying is you're acting like shooting guns is the only therapeutic thing
No, I
you
didn't
can
say
do.
that. Nobody said
And you're
that.
saying,
I'm
well,
saying
what
that
else can
some
you-
vets do that.
Some vets do
That's
that.
what they prefer to do because they
That's
shot
awesome.
guns while they were overseas.
And
so they came home and they shoot guns as therapy here in the United States, and it's their God-given right to do so.
And I'm not saying that is not the right. They can do that all they want.
Yeah, I didn't say it was the only therapy.
Are they mentally unstable?
I don't know.
Are they
You tell
taking
me.
mind-altering medication? No, I can't tell you that, but
Listen,
a medical professional can.
I have a headache. I take medicine to get rid of my headache. These vets have PTSD. They take medication to rid themselves of the PTSD, to control it. they're not. It's not like the medication is making things worse. It's bringing them back to normal. So if they're on medication, you shouldn't hold that against them. You should applaud that. It's the people that don't take the medication and don't get treated. They're the ones that have the problems. And how do you identify these people if they're not willing to go out and be treated and taken care of? You can't. It's impossible. So what you want to do is you want to punish veterans for going to get medication, to get the therapy that they need, when they should be applauded to do that.
You want me to punish veterans because you're acting like veterans are the only one that get diagnosed.
We're using about PTSD.
With PTSD, with schizophrenia.
I'm not
Veterans
talking
are
about schizophrenia.
I'm talking about any mental problem. Any mental problem. And it's not just veterans who have mental problems.
Of course
you are
not.
actually putting veterans into that bracket.
No, okay, so let's use
the only
anybody.
ones.
Anybody that has mental illness and goes to a doctor and gets treated and gets on medication to be treated, you want to punish them by taking away their Second Amendment rights.
I don't want to punish them.
The more you do that,
I don't want to take away their Second Amendment
the
rights.
more likely people will not
to
want to go
through-
get treated.
I want them to go through extra steps and measures prior to purchasing a firearm. I did not say anything about relinquishing their rights.
Again,
you are saying relinquishing their rights.
You.
I said
ask
they
anybody
need
in
to
the
go.
chat room. Anybody in this chat room knows it's you that
they
are
should
trying
go
to take
through-
away their rights.
They should go through extra measures prior to
that is taking
purchasing
away
firearm.
somebody's right because
No, it's
I don't
not.
have to go through extra
They
measures.
still have the right to go purchase a firearm. They just need to be cleared by a mental health expert.
And that mental health expert is a Biden voter who doesn't want people to have guns.
Okay, what if it's a mental health expert that's a Trump voter?
We don't know.
Exactly.
So you're going to throw it. That's a 50-50. You're
It's
just
just
going
like
to throw it
saying
to
how
chance.
I don't know.
So you're going to
that
throw
a
the Second
mentally
Amendment right
insane
to the
person's
chance?
Not going to go and shoot some like school up.
You don't know. So that's what I'm saying. So you're willing to throw the Second Amendment rights to chance instead of it being a God-given right. You're saying, well, let's hope. Let's hope the doctor's going to clear them. Let's hope the doctor's a Trump supporter. Let's hope it's not a Biden supporter. But well, if it
Let's
is,
hope
too
that
bad.
This mentally unstable person is not going to shoot up a public place.
Well, how many of them do?
All of them are mentally unstable.
How can you prove that?
100%.
How can you prove that?
Because every single news article that I read always brings up their mental instability.
James
and
Holmes was
what
not
they've
mentally
been involved.
James Holmes was not mentally unstable.
So he didn't have any prior social media postings.
Nope. He just
Dude,
did it.
The guy that shot up
Bring
that,
it up and show it to me then.
the guy that
'Cause
shot up
I
that,
would love to be proved wrong. If you can show me
dude,
that.
people can have a totally normal life and they're driving their fancy cars and they have the nice home and then they get fired. And so they realize that now they just lost their job making $150,000 a year.
Yes,
They
I
know
know
their
that.
wife is going to be pissed. So they go home, they purchase a firearm legally, or they have legal firearms, and they go in and they just shoot the place up because they're pissed off at their employees.
Right.
How do you stop that? That's not a long-term mental illness. That's a dude that snapped because he got fired from a job for God only knows what reason. Maybe he told a dirty joke in the break room and some chick was offended by it, so he got fired because he told a dirty joke. Now he loses his entire income. He's going to lose his big mortgaged home and everything else, so he decides to just say fuck it. I'm going to go and I'm going to wreck the place. And I know that the media is going to put me on my face all over the TV for the next 3 weeks. And I'm going to be the celebrity, but I'm going to get even because people snap every day. People snap. And there's no way you can predict that. You can't say, well, that dude should have gone to extra levels of help. Nobody knew he was nuts. Maybe he wasn't nuts. There's no way. And all I'm saying is the sacred right to bear arms shall not be infringed. And that is what this country is founded on. And we can't just shit on it because a couple lunatics go out and kill people. That's part of living in a free society. And I will trade freedom. I will not trade freedom for safety at any time. In fact, one of our founding fathers said, if you're willing to give up freedom for safety, you deserve neither.
And I just saw that question too in the comment. They're like asking, do you want liberty or safety?
Okay, perfect.
And it's funny that you asked that because just like John Hurley, right? That was that guy's name. I am a 2A supporter. And if there was an active shooter and I had my gun on me, yeah, I'm going to take down that shooter. I'm not mentally unstable, though. And I've gotten cleared free and right for all my firearms.
According to you. Something could happen tomorrow that you could snap.
According not just to me, but like I just asked you before, I mean, you're in my home. You've seen my son. You've seen the way we act. Have we done anything to trigger you, that to show you that we're mentally unstable?
No, but no one does. That's what I'm saying. That is my point. The guy that gets fired, and this shit happens all the time. They used to call it go postal, right?
And
nobody knew that. It happened in the post office a lot because it was a stressful job, and these people they couldn't handle the stress. But nobody knew that they were going to do that. There's no way that you could say, well, this person should have been, because that's all we do. We Monday morning quarterback everything. And that's hindsight is 2020.
But, with what I was suggesting could probably eliminate 50% of those mass shootings.
I don't think so.
Because you're bringing up like certain scenarios where people just snap on a dime. And I can see that, and
it happens a lot.
Your point is definitely validated, and I understand that. But with the last few shootings that we've heard of, these were premeditated.
No, the last one happened at that rail yard, and that dude went back. He was an employee there, and he went back in and he shot his people. Shot the people up.
According to Michigan Psychological Association. They discovered that only 11% of all mass shooters are mass murderers, including shooters. Only 8% of mass shooters have a serious mental illness.
What's the 11% that you were talking about? What was that? You said 11%.
They discovered that only 11% of all mass murderers, including shooters, out of that 11%, only 8% of 11% of all shootings in America are mass. Out of that 11%, only 8% out of that 11%, so 92% of mass shooters have a mental illness.
Don't have a mental illness.
No.
92% don't have a mental illness.
92% don't have mental illnesses. And that's from the Michigan Psychological Association.
They have not been evaluated as having a mental illness.
But how do you know? It's not like a pimple on your forehead.
No. You're getting ahead of me. So I'm asking the question.
Oh. Sorry.
So 92% have not been evaluated that they have a mental illness.
It's what it says.
Mental history.
That they don't have mental illnesses.
And there's nothing leading up to their social media posts.
Again, this is from the doctors from the Psychological Magazine.
Think about this. Think about domestic cases, right? Where that's typically where most people get killed, or even it's most dangerous for police officers is domestic situations. A husband and wife can be having just a normal, fine relationship.
Yeah.
The man finds out that his wife's banging some other dude. He snaps and kills her. Did he have a mental illness?
That is, and exactly.
I think the vast majority of these situations are people. People snap. People get pushed and pushed and pushed. We live in a society that enough is never enough, right? And I'll use my brother as a plumber. My brother's a plumber. He can never do enough for his company. He can never unclog enough freaking toilets to make his company happy. If he does 40 in a week, he should have done 50. If he does 50, he should have done 60. They just push and push and push. And same with my job. I can never get enough sales. It doesn't make a difference.
I could say with my job too, man.
It's the same with your job. And people push and push and push. And you think you're in a perfect relationship, and then you find out your wife's cheating, or you think, your husband, or maybe your husband's cheating, whatever the case is, and you snap. Most people snap. Most of this shit goes down because of they just hit a point where they just lose it.
Point of no return.
They lose it.
What do they consider mental issues?
They said that.
Do they consider mental issues?
I'm going into that.
Is anybody taking?
I'm going into that. They also found that mass shooters in the United States were more likely to have legal histories, use of recreational drugs, abuse of alcohol, and histories of non-psychotic, psychiatric, or neurological problems. Non-psychiatric. In addition, the researchers noted that most mass shooters used non-automatic weapons, Among U.S. mass shooters, those with psychiatric or neurological condition were more likely to use semi-automatic gun. Well, that's just saying that if they did have mental illness, out of the 8%,
They were using semi-automatic.
yeah, the 8%
weapons.
used. Commenting on the study, Dr. Gary Baracco said that the finding from this potentially definitive study suggests the emphasis on serious mental illness such as schizophrenia, psychotic mood disorders, PTSD as a risk factor for mass shootings is given undue emphasis, leading to public fear and stigmatization.
That's like an eye.
Yeah.
Stigmatism in your eye.
So no, it's not. Mental illness is not the leading factor for shooting. Drug
No.
use and all that other stuff is.
Yeah,
And stress.
I
I think stress is a big deal.
I agree.
Altering medication.
I believe that drug use can lead to mental illness.
But saying that though, drug use, illegal drug use, Chico is saying something correct though. Illegal drug use is a mental
An alternating.
Yeah, mental alternating drug.
It's a mind alternating.
If you're using illegal drugs, then you should be behind bars. Okay, so you want to stop some of this bullshit? Start arresting people again for using illegal drugs.
Agree, but it's being enabled in society.
Well, it is being
And,
enabled.
you know, what are all these gun crimes? They're over drugs. Like
Chicago.
the most majority
of course
of gun crimes is caused over drugs, but they are taking mind altering medication.
But mind altering medication being treated for like PTSD to take is helping the problem. It's not hurting the problem. It's not making you more violent and more prone to kill someone if you're actually being treated for PTSD. That flies in the face of logic.
Not just PTSD, any kind of mental issue.
But that's not even the problem, though. The problem
PTSD is just
that's
like on
how
the
many
low
stats does he
bar.
need to read before?
A few.
That's the definitive one.
I'm not gonna sway away from what I believe. I think that people should go through extra measures if you cannot control yourself mentally, you have no business controlling a firearm. If you cannot, me repeat, if you cannot control yourself, you cannot control a firearm.
So what if you
plain and simple?
What if you controlled yourself yesterday and you owned a firearm, but you lost control of yourself today and you killed somebody with it?
Well, then we
and
need
that's
more.
what
then we
happens.
need more John Hurleys out there, don't we?
Well, I think someone in the chat made a good point. Maybe we should just have a psychiatrist at every gun store so that we can go in and get a psych evaluation, and then go through that. And maybe put it in a big government database, so that we're just watched by the feds at every move we make. And maybe if we own a firearm, maybe we should go in for psychiatric evaluation every week, so that we can just make sure that screw freedom, screw liberty. We just want to stop shootings.
That's how communism.
The way I look
That's
at
how
it,
communism works.
Yeah, I guess, man. Call me a communist. I just think that
just on this issue,
I think mentally unstable people should not be having weapons. That's it, man. I mean,
but that's already against the law. That's already against the law.
If that statement is communist, then
no, but that's already against the law. You can't be a schizophrenic and not be treated.
It's against a law that is not enforced.
So let's make another law. How many laws do we need to make before we stop these shootings?
How about we just enforce the law that we already have in place?
Oh, that's an idea.
Exactly.
No one's opposed to that.
You're agreeing with me. Mm-hmm. Oh no, we have everybody. In
no,
the
I
chat,
think you wiggled.
You,
I think
who
you
was strictly opposed to that.
No, you wiggled your room out of your argument.
No, you
at the beginning of this conversation, you were talking about
No, you said I'm trying to infringe on their Second Amendment rights.
And you were, because at the beginning of this conversation, you were talking about.
Reiterated a million.
You were talking about vets with PTSD should not be allowed to own a gun if they're on medication.
Said anybody with mental unstable.
We'll go back and rewatch it.
You said vets.
We'll go back and rewatch it.
You asked me, well, what about the vets with PTSD that just went and witnessed killings and all this? And I said, okay, them too then. I said
no.
anybody that cannot handle themselves mentally, and you said that in your statement. Oh, they lost their mind because they couldn't handle what they saw their friends go through. And I was like, okay, then maybe they shouldn't have a firearm either.
No, I said they
then
witnessed
you
their friends
started
getting
just beating, battering the vet thing.
No.
Yes,
you
you did.
brought
Yes,
the vets
you
up
did.
first.
No, you did. You
I brought up the vets.
No,
I did.
John brought it up because he said, well, what about the veterans that are out there in the wartime that lose?
I
their
used that
friends? And
example because the vets were already brought up.
I said, sure.
No.
Because
I
no
said you brought the
bias.
vets up. I said, so you're telling me, and this is exactly what I said. I said, you're telling me some 18-year-old kid who decides to sign up for the military and go overseas and fight a war that he had nothing to do with, and he's over there shooting military guns and killing people. Meanwhile, some of his friends are getting blown up by what are they?
You also
IEDs or whatever.
You did say that, and you said also that
But
mentally
because
he
it was
couldn't
brought
handle
up, you had brought up vets way before this. The whole conversation was about vets at the very beginning and having PTSD.
Look at the comments. They're saying like to let Renee call in.
Yeah, call in, Renee.
The number's there. Call.
Yeah, 602-475-2000. Yeah, we're all set up.
Call in, Renee.
I'd love to hear your opinion on this, Renee.
Educate me, because I read that in the comments earlier too. She said, well, she'd educate me like I'm uneducated.
Well, just on this issue.
It says right here,
I guess
according to PBS, but here's and it's a liberal organization. Approximately 96% of violent crimes, including shootings, would likely still occur even if every suspect with mental health condition was stopped before they carried out an attack.
Illegal firearms. 99% of gun crimes, which I also did say.
Right.
99% of gun crimes
so
are
you're
caused
you're
by
worried
illegal firearms.
You're like getting bent out of shape about hardly anything. You're looking at the bookends. You're
are
looking
getting
at
bent out of shape.
Psychological profiles.
Yes, you
hold
are.
on, wait.
You told me that I'm infringing on people's Second Amendment rights.
You are.
And no, I'm not.
By forcing them to go through additional
forcing them,
man. I haven't even talked that much at all through this.
Yeah, let's give the floor to
Bear. I mean, Bear.
Psychological profiles, by definition, are composed after violent actors have already committed their crimes. In the realm of forensic psychology, such profiles are conclusions, not predictions of what might trigger the next one. They never know what's gonna do it.
Of course they don't.
They don't find out that these people have mental illnesses like the Aurora shooter until after they committed the crime.
A lot of times you have shrinks that think they can get into people's heads and predict behavior.
Some of these people,
and you can't.
Am I being accused of being drunk?
I'm reading
so. Jeez, man.
I think so.
Am I twerking right now?
No. We're having a heated conversation, but we're all still friends, right?
John Lovett has a great point. Some of the nuttiest people in the world are psychiatrists and psychologists, and you're exactly right, Lovin. I'm with you on that one, buddy.
It takes a psycho to talk to psychos.
Yeah,
I agree with that 100%.
To catch a thief. Yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way to protect it. And in order to try to predict someone's behavior, you've got to limit their freedoms.
Chico's,
there's no other way to do it.
Minority Report. That movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise.
Dude, I haven't seen that in like.
Do you remember that though?
Years.
That they were arresting people
prior to.
Yeah, dude.
I never said about arresting. No, I didn't say arrest.
I was just making a joke.
Yeah,
I was gonna say something funny too, man, but the Minority Report kind of threw me off. But
because you didn't think of that movie.
Yeah,
I was thinking something different, but it'll probably pop up. But
how about you should pass a breathalyzer test before
Renee?
I saw that. I'm just like, am I being accused of being drunk? Man?
Renee, the number on the screen, the number is on the bottom of the screen,
scrolling across
602-475-2000.
Look at the yellow bar at the bottom of the screen.
You know what? Smash that like button.
Yeah, do that at least. You know?
If you're enjoying the stream, smash the like button.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
you know what? Earlier when I brought up about my katana, I saw a lot of ones.
They wanted to see it.
Smash that one if you're smashing a one because you want to see my katana.
For crying out loud, 2 of the mass shootings this year, the FBI knew about them. They didn't even do anything to stop them.
There's
Yes.
nothing you can do. You can't arrest
Yes,
somebody
I
or
have
punish
heard about
somebody.
those stories that AC is bringing up right now, and that's the reason why I'm talking about what I'm talking about.
You can't
Because the
predict it,
signs
dude.
were there.
Can we say this though?
No, the signs.
There's already laws on the book. We should actually go about and enforcing the laws, and that's what it comes down to. That's what all of this whole debate is about. Just
Law
enforce the damn
enforcement.
laws.
Law enforcement in general.
Yeah.
I'm not even drunk. John's
Lap
drunk.
Pat looks like she'd be mad, man.
She don't even want to see, dude. That's your boo thing, man.
I know. Like, are you saying no to me? Because now I'm all hurt.
The love affair is over.
It's over.
Oh, it's done.
The honeymoon is
Finito.
over.
Hey, Chicos.
Finish.
Chicos, it must have been love.
But it's over now. Dude, that was so surround sound.
I was no part of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but John, you did enjoy it.
I did. No, I did. I thought
It's
it was.
I got
yeah.
Chico's in my left ear, Bear in my right. Oh, I'm being serenaded.
Yeah, Joker to the left of me, clowns to the right, or clowns to the left of me, Jokers to the right.
You need to.
Here I am.
You need to sing it out.
What was, dude? I'm gonna watch that show that you were watching earlier. That creep show.
Oh man,
dude, that creep show looked good, bro.
It's a good show, man. And you know that's not even the best episode what I was showing you guys. It was a good one that kind of stood out to me, but I was just kind of just showing that because you already have Shudder. You told me
I do,
that, bro. And I'm like, tell me you're watching like Creep Show or Joe Bob Briggs, and you're like, no.
Oh, there's what Lemon Pepper Wings said. He said, "I said you should have done this more often. It's entertaining." There you
well,
go.
we didn't have the conservative Chicanos until Monday.
We just launched, bruh. But trust me, I'm sure there'll be plenty more where this came from.
You know what I love about having Chico on the show as the second Chicano now is me and him don't agree on everything, and we could have these heated debates, conversations about it, but we're still friends after. Just like what happened now, man. We had a heated debate. And dude, we could after this. Well, you know what? We'll probably drink another beer, go to the casino, and dump some money.
I'm not going to the casino, by the way. Not now. It's 10:30 at night.
It's not. It's actually 11:30.
Is it really? Oh my God! It's 11:30 at
Oh
night.
yeah, look at the clock on my wall.
Oh, that's my computer that says it's 10:30. It is in Arizona. That's
I know
why.
you're still in AZ time.
Oh my God! I got to get up at like 6 a.m.
Are you gonna be able to do it
to head home tomorrow? Oh boy! And I got to pack this whole studio.
And I still got to stop by Tomasitas to get sopapillas.
3 conservative couch potato podcast.
Actually, I'm in a lawn chair.
We were going to call it the 2 Chicanos and the 1 green coat.
Dude, you should tell the 3 conservative Chicanos and a white guy.
There's only 2 conservative Chicanos.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, we can't. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
As of right now, there's only 2.
No, see,
Pablo?
what I just did
Pablo,
was
yeah.
infringing on her First Amendment. So I shouldn't have said
We got a new channel. We definitely do. The conservative Chicano. Actually, this is a relaunch of an old channel, Chicos.
it is.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Is that relaunch?
I could. Yeah, I'm not going to be like a regular on this show, but I will say,
who says you're not going to be a regular?
anytime that you guys, want to get into it, I'm ready.
2 beans and a quesadilla.
Dude, you know what? I am not looking for debates every single time. I mean, it just so happened to happen. this
Yeah.
time. I mean,
It was a good conversation. It really was.
dude, look how much time it killed. What are we already?
2 hours.
and 18 minutes?
Yeah. I
Deep
feel
in-
bad we dumped the TCB show, though. We lost a lot of viewers.
Hey, man.
But it is what it is.
But the thing is, dude, is we came here to launch the conservative Chicanos, not the TCB show.
I guess if you want a Big Mac, you can't go to Burger King.
Nope. If you want to get this, you got to come on this show. And dude, and it
Exactly
got
right.
better after we closed it.
Yeah.
The people who didn't come over, they missed a really good debate.
Yeah. I think my blood pressure was up a little bit at some point throughout the
Oh,
conversation.
Man, see, I didn't mean to do that.
No, I'm
You
just
shouldn't
kidding.
have
I don't
much
care.
influence.
I don't care. I told you that. Nothing
I don't want you to
personal,
get
man.
heated, man.
Oh, here we go. Here she is. Let me set her up on the Roadcaster. All right, go ahead. You're on the conservative Chicanos.
Okay, this is Renee.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
Renee B.
Hey, Chico. Hey, John. Hey, Bear.
Hi.
Hey.
No, I find fault with what your premise is because there are many good people out there who have went and got medicated and dealt with their problems.
Whose
Okay?
premise are you saying? Are you talking about Chico's?
Yes.
Yeah, my beloved Chico.
Oh wow, dude, you're getting more love on this show than I do, and I'm an original Chicano.
you know, Renee, and just to like reiterate on my point, you know, I like I said, and I feel like a broken record. It's like I'm not trying to infringe on anybody's Second Amendment rights, you know, and people that have gone through the process to handle their mental instabilities and taking the medication and going through the doctor's orders, like more power to them. That's good, and they get cleared by a professional, a professional saying, yeah, this person is not a threat to society. You know, there's no issue with them purchasing a firearm. That's awesome. You know, that's the only thing I'm saying. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is, you know, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So what if you have the wrong person who said that you'll never be better? You know, you never know the professional that you meet.
That is true. And I agree 100%. I mean, John was saying the same thing, and I agree on that. But it's just like anything. What else can I'm trying to think of something I can use for an example.
So I have depression, and on the license, if you have depression, you're medicated. You don't have to see anyone to be a nurse. If you're bipolar, schizophrenic, etc., you have to be evaluated. You know how many people in this country have depression and are medicated? You wouldn't be surprised.
Actually, no, I wouldn't be surprised because I do know what you're talking about. But how many more violence have we seen in the past few decades?
Well, as Bear stated,
how many more mental?
I don't know, but is that true or is that just
problems have we
reported? Is that just
No.
reported? Is it really
No,
true? Because in the Wild West, we were shooting everybody.
No, I believe, so far as Bear said, diagnosed people with mental illness are a very low percentage of shooters because they don't go and seek out treatment.
Right, but as a society, how many more mental instabilities have we seen? I mean, disagree with me if I'm wrong, but has there not
You
been
mean undiagnosed people?
No, how many diagnosed mental problems have we seen? Has there not been a spike in the recent few decades compared to
Oh my God.
before? How many kids are diagnosed with ADHD, autism, or whatever else they want to say, and being put on medication as opposed to 30 years ago? Like, what is the spike on that? I mean, have we seen?
There's a lot, but are you saying Bear's son is going to get a gun out and shoot people? Is that
No,
what you're
I'm not
saying?
saying that. All I'm saying is that if you are being evaluated and taking medication, and if you're looking to purchase a firearm, maybe you should go through a few extra steps prior to acquiring that firearm. I just want to know what's wrong with that.
No,
like,
but I'm
if
just
you are
saying.
mentally unstable, why is it wrong for somebody to be evaluated and take a few extra steps into acquiring a firearm? Why is that wrong?
Because
that's a liberty thing. That's a liberty thing, and they're letting people stream across the border. Do you think they're going to have extra people to evaluate for gun rights?
No, I don't think that. And you know what? I also don't think it's a liberty thing.
Do you know how many? I've seen things in California. Rapists and killers have been deported and come back and do more crimes.
This being illegal immigrants, which I totally agree, we definitely need to handle this damn border situation that's going on. There's no doubt about that. And with other countries and other illegal immigrants coming into our country, we have no medical history, and not just medical history, any kind of history whatsoever on these people. They're from a different country completely.
Right.
And so, I mean, this to me, what you're bringing up is like a separate issue. But how many illegal immigrants can you name to me right now who have been the suspect or perpetrator in a mass shooting recently?
None that I know of.
So what you're saying could be a completely separate issue, right?
But is it a big difference if it's one person being murdered versus 3 or 4? I mean, a murderer is a murderer.
Yeah, and it is.
May
You're
I-
taking a life; it's bad, but it's a 3 or 4 times different issue.
May I say something?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Do you know the whole mass shooting in El Paso
Yeah, I know about that.
in Walmart?
Yeah,
So
I know about that.
This kid was from a suburb near, just a couple miles north of me. And the mother called up and said, I'm very concerned about my son. And he had apparently severe mental issues that had not been medicated and resolved. But she would not give his name or her name right before the act happened. So who's that? That is that. I don't know how he got the gun.
Yeah, that's funny. I was going to ask you the same question. I was going to ask you, so what do you think that we should do to prevent something like that? Because this guy, from what I read, traveled like halfway across the state, which
yeah,
Texas
he was
is
north
like
of Dallas, like I am.
Yeah, and
It's-
that Dallas to El Paso, that's got to be like an 8-hour drive. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he definitely had a premeditated agenda. There's no doubt. I mean,
Exactly.
he didn't think anything else. So what do you think? I mean, because I'm proposing something to try to eliminate crap like this. You know what I mean? But I can only.
I don't believe he bought that gun.
Where do you think he might have acquired it from?
I don't know. I have depression. I'm medicated. The nursing board is okay with that. Okay. They are just like depression. It's fine, medicated. But I would never buy a gun because they ask you about these things. But my husband has 4 or 5 guns in the house. So do you think I don't have access to them?
I didn't say you didn't, but do you have do you have the need or the urge to go and use these guns in some kind of illicit manner?
No, but I'm
well. There you go. I mean, then what's wrong?
But I'm on mind-altering drugs, as you said.
Yeah, but can I ask you the same question again?
But that's your point, mind-altering drugs. So if I live by myself and I wanted a gun for some reason,
could you go and
would
purchase
that be
one?
okay?
Could you go and purchase one right now?
Yeah, if I lied, but I wouldn't.
So that's my whole point. Like, why should there not be like extra steps and measures for somebody
There's already
that
laws,
is on
though.
mind-altering medication? But look, she said she could go purchase one if she lied. But if there was something to prevent that, like if you go and like there's a red flag. That's all I'm saying. There's a red flag.
What does she need to do? Take a lie detector test when she fills out the form?
I told you what she needed to do.
But
like, okay, I'm sorry, we cannot say this. We need a written document, like a certified document from a mental health expert.
Why can I be a nurse? Why
saying
can
you
I
can
be a
purchase.
nurse without a written document?
Huh?
I can be a nurse without a written document.
Because I was just making this point earlier. Bricks, people kill people with bricks, kill people with vehicles. Vehicles are built for transportation. Bricks are built for like constructing buildings. Firearms are built for hunting or taking a life. A nurse is a profession
is around
in
medication,
saving a life.
which is
your
around
sole
medication
intention
that could kill people.
your
day.
sole intention is being a nurse is to take care of people.
How many nurses have killed patients on purpose? Thousands.
Exactly. I'm
Thousands.
around medication all the day.
Oh yeah,
Every day.
I and I'm probably nuts when I say this. I don't know if I should say this, but
You
I
haven't
think
been around
I think
killer
a
nurses, have
lot
you?
of people in the medical field have purposely let people die that have COVID.
Dude, how many that dentist was packing people full of AIDS infected blood because he wanted to make sure that it wasn't deemed a homosexual disease.
Can I say something? Bad
Absolutely.
people are going to do bad things no matter what you do.
Amen, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter if you're you could be
That's the thing. So why can we not take extra steps and measures in an area
Because
where
it's a
we could
violation of
possibly do
people's
that?
rights. That's why. It's a violation of your right.
If you have the right to go and take medication to alter your mind state, then you have
To make you better.
Then you should have the right to be evaluated and cleared.
That's
by
not
a
what the
medical
Constitution
professional
says.
before purchasing.
That's not what the
Incorrect.
Constitution says.
Incorrect.
Dude,
So if a gangbanger goes in,
they're getting them illegally.
no,
That's a different thing that we need
let her
to stop.
finish. Let her
Oh,
finish.
okay, I'm sorry. I'll let you stop. I mean, I'll let you finish.
So if I'm a gangster, if I'm a Blood or Crip or Tango Blast or whatever, and I go in, I haven't had a felony, okay, but I don't have depression on meds like me. I can get a gun, okay. I'm a badass, criminal, but I don't have a diagnosis or a charge, but I can get the gun.
Technically,
So who's worse?
Technically, you're not a criminal
Chico,
because you don't have the record, right?
Yes,
Chico,
you are. You
who's
break the law, you
worse?
just don't get caught.
Who is worse, a nurse on depression, on meds, or this fucking idiot from the hood who's in a gang? So should we have someone there screening? Are you in a gang? Do you have depression? Who's worse?
The idiot gangbanger is worse. They're idiots.
Well, obviously.
Hey,
obviously.
Has there been an idiot gangbanger that's gotten a medical degree and became an LPN or an RN?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they figure out life.
Technically, that person would not be considered an idiot because they did go to school. And I know for a nursing degree, correct me if I'm wrong, Renee, that's hard work. I mean, you put in your schooling, right? I mean,
no, but I'm just saying.
You
in
just
a
called
gang-
James Holmes a psychopathic idiot. He had a PhD.
Brilliant.
he is an idiot.
No.
He went into a movie theater and shot like multiple.
No, but
people.
that's hindsight's 2020.
Goddamn thing to do,
But
man.
we didn't know that
The day before he did that, he was brilliant.
He's not brilliant because he let a
No,
movie
you're
consider
dude.
that he
You're Monday morning
idolized-
quarterback in it. You're looking at it
He
from
idolized
now.
a fictional character.
The day
What
before,
kind of-
you never even heard of him.
What kind of brilliant person idolizes fictional
You
characters?
never. You do. You've got a bedroom full of them.
I don't
Unabomber.
idolize them.
Dude, your bedroom's a shrine of fictional characters.
Idolizing me and you definitely got a different term over idolizing. I don't idolize anything.
Dude, you
I
just say
collect
it because
That's
he
my
committed the
collection.
crime. You're looking at it from an extremely myopic perspective because he committed the crime. Now he's an idiot. But the day before he committed the crime, he was brilliant. Everybody thought so.
Day before he committed the
There's
crime,
no way you could have predicted it. There is no way anybody could have predicted what he was going to do. And that's the point. And
we're
it comes
talking
down
about
to
one
freedom
person. We're talking about one person
or
that has
infringement of freedoms. And that's what this whole issue is. Red flag laws are
not
an
an
infringement of your freedom.
An infringement is totally banning you from
No, it is
being
not.
getting a
No, it is
firearm.
not. That is
Yes,
not
it
what
is.
infringement. Look it up. That's not what
Oh,
infringement
yeah?
means.
So if the paperwork we need to fill out right now and go through background checks, is that an infringement?
Yes, it is.
Then why are you not pissed off at that?
I am. I'm not for background checks.
Oh, so
Okay.
anybody?
So
I don't know.
I'm from Illinois. Okay, the worst gun laws in the country. Where are the most shootings happening? Illinois.
Yeah, but that's happening with illegal firearms.
That's just what I said. The worst gun laws, but everyone has guns.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to disagree with that.
So
If you're going to
So
force
if-
people to jump through hoops, they're going to go get the gun illegally. If they want a gun, and they obviously did want a gun because that's why they're jumping through the hoops.
Registered firearms and serial numbers are an infringement on the Second Amendment. Is that what you're saying? It's an infringement on our freedom?
It is an infringement. Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, this right here. No, we're opening up a whole nother door here.
Do you have to register a rifle? Do you have to register a shotgun?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Learn your gun
And they
laws.
kill.
You do not have to register a rifle or a shotgun. You have to
you
register
can-
handguns.
My
you can
rifle
saw-
and the
you
shotguns
can
that I've
saw
owned
those
before,
off.
I've had to fill out.
No, wrong.
No, I bought a Mossberg 500A from Walmart a few years back.
Mhm.
I did. I had to.
You had
fill
to do
out
a background check.
Background check, and
Yes.
and it had a serial number. It was registered and everything.
There is no registry. You do not. I can go and purchase a rifle or a shotgun,
A long gun.
from my neighbor. I do not have to register it. You cannot go to a gun show or anything else. That whole gun show loophole is a bunch of bullshit. You cannot go to a gun show and purchase a handgun and not have it registered. You must register it. There's no qualms about it. You do not have to register long guns. It is an infringement on your right to do so.
Well,
An infringement just means it's more.
Maybe it's the state that I live in. You know, I
It
don't
could
know,
be. I don't know.
'cause,
Maybe I don't know what New Mexico gun laws are.
Well, I mean, we're an open carry state. I mean,
Well, we are too in Texas. You don't even have to have anything now. You can open carry.
Now, if you purchase the handgun from a dealer, it needs to be registered. If in Arizona, if I purchase a handgun from my neighbor, I do not have to register it.
yeah, we used to have that law.
Yeah,
but
so-
it was passed recently where we can't purchase it has to be from a dealer. You can't, in the state of New Mexico, you cannot purchase a gun
from a neighbor,
and which I do think is BS, right?
It's an infringement on your rights.
Yeah, but you also said going through a background check
Is an infringement on your rights. An infringement is kind of a setback. That's what an infringement is. It is a setback. It is a way to prevent you from your
if
rights.
You don't have any felonies. You're not a violent criminal. You don't have a.
May I say something?
past
Yes,
like
please.
that.
To end.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chico, I don't think you understand mental illness and the degrees of mental illness. Depression does not mean you're schizophrenic. Okay? There are many degrees. PTSD doesn't mean you're going to be a mass shooter. It means you have trauma.
To deal with it, and I totally understand that.
Right.
So
But
if
you
somebody that
don't-
has
but
personal
you
issues that
don't
they need to deal
understand
with,
the
why
degrees
should
of
they
it.
have a gun
No,
in their hand?
there's a neurosis and there's psychosis,
No,
and
but
schizophrenia
you
is a
guys-
psychosis.
But here's the thing:
But you-
everybody has things in their head that they have to deal with.
Everybody
has some
And
kind of
that's
trauma
why-
in their head.
That's why people snap, and you never see it happening.
I'm still working through things from my brother being dying.
Exactly. But I'm just saying there are different degrees. And if you don't work with it, you haven't studied it, you don't know it. And I'm not discounting what you're saying because I get it. But there are degrees, and you have to be kind and understand and encourage people to seek treatment. And what you're saying is a judgment. Very kindly, and I love you, Chico.
I love you too, Renee.
But I'm finding difficulty with you on this, and I'm a bit offended.
And that's not my intent. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just saying if there's somebody out there that can't handle themselves, why should you be able to handle a firearm? That's my only question.
But as I said, their diagnosis and degrees. So if you say someone with mind-altering drugs, it can be a very simple antidepressant. You're not freaking out, and it's not impairing you.
Well, I guess
Okay.
I've been, a lot of my firearm training, actually, all my firearm training was professionally done in the military. If you are not mentally capable of having a firearm, I mean, if you can't even make your own bed, they're not going to give you a damn firearm. I mean, they're going to wash you back, and you're going to have to keep going through that training.
I'm going to be very vile here. I can fucking, save someone. I can run around the hospital. So I can make my bed. So perhaps I can handle a firearm.
I'm not saying, okay, see, you're taking what I'm saying personal and literal. All I'm saying is I'm going back to my military training.
Exactly.
They're not going to hand somebody that has obvious mental issues a firearm. A drill instructor is not going to be like, here you go. I know you've been acting kind of weird, but here's a goddamn hand
They're not going to
grenade.
keep you in the military.
Here's a hand grenade.
They're not going to keep you in the military
Exactly.
if you're psychotic.
So you're
automatic weapon.
Time out.
They're gonna
How
put
many
you
soldiers
out.
right now are serving in the United States military that suffer from PTSD?
Yeah, but did it happen when they first got there, or did it happen afterwards?
They're still serving at this moment right now.
Yeah, but did they initially go in with PTSD?
No.
Exactly.
Actually, yes.
It
Some of them.
gets acquired.
There has been raped victims that enlist in the military that serve our country.
Okay, but what's the percentage of that?
I don't know, what 10%?
Oh, 10%?
Yeah, and I've
kind of high.
Dude, there's a lot of women that get raped that don't report it.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
But even at that though, we have people that serve to go to Iraq, deal with PTSD, Purple Heart veterans that get out, or not even get out, still serve with the Purple Heart that have
talking
PTSD.
about basic training. If somebody's got the drill instructor can see it, that this guy's got some problems. This person's got some problems. Do you think they're going to knowingly, when they see that or they feel that vibe, they're going to knowingly hand you a loaded weapon and say, all right, let's get out on the
They have. I've seen it. Dude, I've seen it all, bro. I went through military police training. There's a bunch of idiots that probably shouldn't have had a gun that graduated.
There are a lot of idiots. I agree with that, man. But there's a difference between
Private Gurchinov,
ignorance and a mental.
Private Gurchinov looked like a weeble wobble motherfucker, and he graduated basic training.
Listen, if you go in and you're deemed to be psychotic,
you get chaptered.
You get chaptered. They're not going to let you serve, like angry conservatives.
Let me break this down even further.
Not just are they not going to let you serve, they're damn sure not going to put a weapon in your hand.
Of course, because that's what the military is for, is blowing people, killing people.
Can we break this down?
But you have to be physically and mentally stable to handle that.
Let's break this down even further, okay? Do I think a psychotic person should have a gun? No. But
we agree.
But there's a difference between somebody that's on mental, that has mind altering medications that are not psychotic.
Thank you.
But we could all agree psychotic people should not have guns. I get that, and I'm all yes.
I agree too.
If you're schizophrenic, you're not allowed to own a gun. If you are determined to be schizophrenic, you are not allowed to own a gun. So your whole point is moot.
I agree with you too. Not everybody taking mind altering medication is considered psychotic. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of mental experts too that agree with that would clear them and say, all right, there's nothing mentally psychotic about this person. They can have a gun. Here's the
and then he goes out the next day and kills his wife and shoots up the mall.
Well, then
what? Then what?
That fucked up. Right? That whole problem fucked up.
You can't stop it.
It did eliminate most of it.
No,
you know what happens, Chicos? Let me tell you what happens, because this is the United States of America and we all love lawsuits.
God bless the USA.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Okay, let's say I go to John. John clears me. You know, Bear, you're good to go. Guess what happens? And John's a good doctor, a good, great doctor. I have a bad day at work. I go up and I shoot up the whole hospital. Guess what's going to happen? Every one of my victims is going to sue John.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
And
John,
you know I'm right.
Then John has a bad day from being sued, and then he grabs a gun and he goes and shoots everybody else too.
See
He
what I
shoots
mean?
all the people trying to sue him. And your point is what? I mean, all I'm saying
You're setting up doctors for malpractice lawsuits.
What I'm setting up is like a preventive.
What if you have a Biden follower, a doctor, a liberal doctor, who said nobody should own a gun? Nobody. No one who has a diagnosis.
No doctor's
should
going to
ever
want
own a gun.
No doctor's going to want to sign off on anybody.
They're not going to be able to
Because-
prevent. They're not going to be able to prevent everybody from legally purchasing a firearm, because most people who go out and purchase firearms are not on mind-altering medication. Can we agree with that?
No,
we can't. So you're saying most people who purchase legal firearms are mentally unstable?
Most people, dude, I think 80% of the United, 80% of the medical
mentally unstable is one thing.
Yes.
Having depression or anxiety is a different
If you're
thing.
taking mind-altering medication, you are mentally unstable in my eyes.
No, you just said that 10 minutes ago. You said that was not the case.
I said being psychotic is not the case. Mentally unstable is a totally different thing. You are mentally unstable if you're taking mind-altering medication. Am I not speaking English?
You could be. Are you telling?
wait.
You're saying Renee is mentally unstable and should not be allowed to own a firearm because she suffers from depression.
She told me that she's suffering from depression,
right?
And she's saying that she's a nurse and she could go and kill all kinds of people. What is not mentally unstable about that?
Dude, anybody right now, even without a medication or not on medication, could be mentally unstable. You go through a traumatic experience. Like me losing my brother, that's gonna put me into a somewhat of a mental thing. I'm not gonna go report it, dude. And guess what? I go kill somebody, dude. Anybody could be on be mentally unstable and not be diagnosed with it.
And this is why our vets that do come home they do not want to go through PTSD training because they don't want to be deemed mentally unstable, because they don't want to be marked and they don't want their freedoms taken away from them. So
if they have a traumatic brain injury, they do not want to.
That's exactly right. They don't want to be around someone like, not to be too harsh, Chico, but they don't want to be around. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to be labeled by people like you that want to label people because they don't want to lose their freedoms. And that's a scary situation. And that's why it boils down to either it's freedom or it's safety. And our founding fathers knew it would happen, and they were smart about it. And I know you don't want to hear this, but this is the facts. When anytime you infringe on somebody's rights, you're violating their rights. And you can't do that. These people, God forbid, I mean, if there's anybody that should deserve to get treated and not be labeled, it's the people that are overseas fighting for our country. And then they come home and they don't want to be labeled because they know that comes with lifelong supplies of medications that's going to make them feel like shit, that's going to make them jittery, that's going to make them all
blah.
It's going to make them feel like vegetables. And there's people that are lining up to take away their Second Amendment rights because now they're on the medication.
That's the
so
thing.
They skip it. They say, "The hell with it. I'm not going to do it. I feel fine, Doc."
They're not going to.
And they know what to say.
The people that you're talking about are not going to be evaluated by these medical professionals. I said people that are on mind-altering medication.
But people are skipping it. That's what I'm saying. People don't want to go on mind-altering medications because you and other people want to take their rights.
Can I ask you a question? You are on mind-altering medication. You said that. Do you want to go and do you want to go purchase a firearm?
Well, I could.
Do you want to?
But I have them all around.
I'm asking you, do you want to go purchase a firearm?
I do.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking Renee. Renee, please answer. It's a yes or no question. Do you want to go purchase a firearm?
Firearms might not be her thing.
Can she answer the question?
No, but actually, I like target shooting. So if my husband didn't buy them, yeah.
So that's a yes. You want to go purchase a firearm?
Yeah, but not for killing anyone.
No, I didn't say that. I just asked you a plain question. Like, do you want to purchase a firearm? Like tomorrow you wake up, you want to purchase a firearm.
I have a non-lethal weapon in here.
So being that you are on mind-altering medication, you want to purchase firearm. What's wrong with somebody asking you a few questions and clearing you and say, okay,
because it's a violation of her rights.
I'm not saying you're a violent person and you're going to go and kill anybody. But what is wrong because you're on mind-altering medication? What is wrong with somebody saying, okay,
because it's a violation of her rights.
Violent person. She's fine.
You know how hard it is for people
a 20-minute
to get into
interview. You're in
psychiatrists?
and out. You're in and out.
No. So is the gun shop owner going to quiz me? Because there will be
the
no
gun shop owner
psychiatrist or
is not going to.
psychologist there.
They're not going to quiz anybody. All they need is an official document. Just like, okay, my AK-47, for example. I went and bought an AK-47.
I'm not too sure about your Chico.
When I went in with my
Should you buy that?
Okay, let me finish. When I went in with my driver's license, it had my previous address on there, not my current one. And when I filled out on the paper, I put my current address on there, and the guy looked at it and said, "Okay, well, this address doesn't match what's on your license." I had to go to the DMV, wait in line, get my new driver's license, which wasn't expired, and get my address changed to the DMV. And then I had to go back and show that. So I had to jump through all these hoops and I had to do that. So what's wrong with somebody who has taken that has a history and is taking currently mind-altering medication to actually jump through these same hoops as well?
Can you explain
what is wrong with that?
How you gonna overcome the federal HIPAA law with that though? Because now you're wanting my doctor to go tell the gun owner my personal medical information.
No, there should just be automatic a system. Whatever the doctors are putting in,
dude,
that
you're talking
is the
about
only thing.
You're talking about a federal database of mental illness. You trust the federal government with that information?
Nope.
Are you crazy? Dude, you might as well vote for Biden.
Am I
What's
crazy?
stopping you from voting
Maybe
for Biden?
I should go get that mental evaluation.
Maybe you should.
No, man. I would prefer you said mood stabilizing.
You're talking about Biden. What if Trump was in office? Would you be whistling a different tune? Probably.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You literally, you said you don't trust the federal government with Biden in office.
I would not trust Trump with a federal database. You would.
I don't trust nobody with my.
Are you? You're trusting this mental deficiency database that you think everyone that has been tested for mental illness or diagnosed with mental illness,
everybody that's
diagnosed should be dumped.
Medication
should be dumped into a database. You want Big Brother watching over this group of people? You think that's okay?
Medication? Well,
oh my God!
But that's between.
There you go. There you go.
But that's.
It took 3 hours, but we got to it. And that is the big difference between a conservative and someone that believes that big government is the answer.
Oh, man.
That's the truth.
You're talking about labels and look at what you're doing to me.
I'm not labeling. You said it. You said it, dude.
No, I said
dude, I almost fell out of my chair.
I said that hours ago. There should be red flags.
Chico.
There should be red flags.
So you trust the federal government.
I'm sorry. I'm here, Renee. What's up?
Mind altering. Sounds like a hallucinogenic.
Yes.
Mood stabilizing sounds therapeutic, which is that's what it is. Mood stabilizing. Mind altering is inappropriate.
But we were just discussing about shooters having a bad mood in a bad day. And that's why they became shooters in the first place, right?
I'm saying medication wise. Mind altering is like acid.
No,
stabilizing is
if your mind, if you're mentally unstable for whatever reason, and the medication you're taking is changing your mental, that's mind altering.
No, incorrect.
She's a medical professional.
I know. I'm not. She is, and I'm not.
Have problems with serotonin. There's serotonin uptake inhibitors. There are so many things.
Let me address this Latin Patriot question. The conservative Chicano. So what happens if, since Chico's has weapons, if he becomes ill and needs mind-altering medications, does he now have to relinquish his
away.
weapons or voluntarily send the police to get them?
No, because I purchased my weapons legally already.
So what's the difference?
There is no
They
difference.
should be taken from you.
Why?
Because you're now on mind-altering medication.
So now you're
No. This is what
government.
you're saying.
You have depression
No, you're
now.
federal government. Now I'm going to flip it
No,
on
this
you.
is what you're
you
saying.
Just set yourself up, John.
Dude.
You are doing this.
Oh my God.
Same thing you
Is
just did to
Chico's
me.
even listening? He's not even paying attention at this point because he is backed into a corner and now he's trying to weasel his way out by trying to turn this around on me.
You just weaseled your way out by
I
turning
read
on
a
me, and now I'm
freaking
flipping
question.
the game on you.
No, wrong.
Let's keep
You're
it
the
calm.
one that's pushing for federal red flag
Red
databases.
flags, that's it. Red
That's
flags
right.
for mind-altering
Yeah.
medication.
So,
that is it.
You go on mind-altering
And you call
medication.
me a Biden flipping.
No, you go on
federal
mind
government supporting.
See,
all
now
this
he's
crap.
shouting over because he doesn't want to listen. So
You're shouting over me.
because I'm trying to make a point because
Me too.
Latin Patriot has a great point.
I
So
read
you
that.
go
I
on
read
you
it
go
along
on
with you.
medication, you should then have to relinquish your firearms.
I'm not on medication.
I'm saying if you had to go on,
I don't even take Tylenol.
I don't care. It's an if. Do you know what the word if means? If you go on some sort of mind-altering medication, are you now required to turn them in, or does someone have to call the police to come take them from you?
Did I say that to begin with?
It's a question. I'm asking you a question.
And I'm asking you a question too. Did I
So
say
should
that?
they have to?
No. Did I say that to begin
Okay,
with?
so it's okay if you bought your guns before you were on mind-altering, but now that
there's a loophole to everything, right?
Oh my God! See, there you
how
go.
Bear is sitting back there.
There you
all
go.
relaxed.
There you go.
Bear's just
Hypocrisy.
flexing.
Hypocrisy beyond belief.
Hypocrisy.
It is total
A
hypocrisy.
loophole.
Oh, it's a loophole.
I told you that there's a loophole to everything.
It's a loophole.
That's all.
As
my
long
art-
as long as you're not affected
See,
by
you're talking over me.
by your fascism, as long as you're not impacted
Fascism.
by it,
Fascism.
It's okay.
Biden supporter. He is insulting me.
I had my guns first before I went on my mind-altering medication.
Yeah, but that was my whole argument from the beginning. Is if you are on mind-altering medication, then you should not be able to purchase a firearm.
So if you have 50 of them in your
have
room,
your firearms,
so
and you're not on mind-altering medication, you got those free and clear.
so if you have 50 guns sitting in your closet,
Mood
and then you
stabilizer.
go on mood stabilizer, you got 50 guns in your closet, and you want to buy the 51st one, but you started taking medication yesterday, you can't.
well, you
but
done
you can
fucked
keep
up
your
then,
50.
right? You done fucked
Oh
up.
my
then.
God! See the hypocrisy.
Apparently, SWAT needs
Gotcha.
to come in and get those weapons.
You didn't get me. You're just
Gotcha.
This makes no sense.
I didn't say it. Lemon Pepper Wings said it. You're got, dude. You're backed into a corner. You can't back out of this one.
No. And I never tried to back out because that wasn't my argument from the beginning. I never said, all I said is if you're on mind-altering medication, it should prevent you from getting a firearm.
So
That
what if
is
you have
it.
50 of them in your closet?
Well, then you already have them. Then
So you can't go out and mass shoot people with those? You're only gonna go shoot the people up. You're only going to shoot the
That's
people
my
with the
point.
new gun?
So you have the 50 firearms already. So what's to say that this person with the 50 firearms prior who hasn't shot and killed anybody is going to go shoot somebody with a new gun?
Well, what's
exactly?
saying?
You proved my point.
No, you're
Thank you,
proving
John.
my point.
Thank you, John.
What are you saying that?
You're saying nothing.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, dude.
Dude, all I said, you are going beyond what I'm saying.
No, we're not, dude.
All I
You're
said,
back,
dude. All I said,
dude, you're
was
backed
if you
into a
are
corner.
taking mind-altering medication, you need to be. I think you should be evaluated.
So you should turn
a
your
few
guns in.
steps further prior to purchasing a firearm.
So you should have to relinquish the
Listen
ones
to
that you
me.
have now.
I did not say that.
Then why not?
You are putting words in my mouth.
So why not?
All
Why
I said
can
is
you
that
not
if
kill people with
if
those guns?
You are taking mind-altering medication.
Can you not kill people with those guns you already have?
If you're taking mind-altering
Mood
medication,
stabilizing medication.
Well, I'm just
Mood
using his words.
stabilizing.
I know I'm using his words.
you're saying mood stable. All I said is if you're taking mind-altering medication,
It's
then you
not
should be
mind-altering.
evaluated.
Yeah, there you go.
This
Angry Conservative said
argument
you
is-
said that the doctor that dressed up as the Joker, those guns were purchased before he was on any type of medication, right? Who knows?
Exactly.
So
And
that's fine.
You guys used that argument before, right? So I mean,
so you can't buy your
what can I
51st
say?
gun.
I said all
because you're going to
to
use that gun to kill everybody, but
guys
your other
threw-
50 guns, you're
threw
not.
percentages at me, and I said all I'm trying to do is prevent a certain percentage. And I said, what's wrong with somebody being evaluated? And you never answered that question
because
I said I did answer it. It's a violation of your rights.
Somebody's calling in.
Oh yeah, let's take that call. How do we do this?
Lord Almighty, man! I did not bring this up to start being accused as a fascist and stuff.
No,
This
but
is
you're
insane.
that fascism is when you prevent people from having their rights.
I'm not preventing nothing.
You are preventing.
The only thing I try to prevent is a certain percentage of mass shootings by
I honestly do. I don't think that. And this is me. I don't think. Let's say we did implement your plan. It's not going to stop the mass shootings.
It's not going to stop anything.
I said not completely, but it can stop a pretty good percentage.
It won't.
So let's violate people's rights.
It won't. But it's never been. It never happened.
Dude,
so
the laws are already
like the Democrats
there.
who said building the wall is not going to prevent illegal immigration. Because I've heard that argument before.
There's places.
But now it's been tested and it worked.
But there's places.
You don't know. Like you just told me, I can't read the future.
Know. Yes, we do know because in Australia they already have gun laws where you can't even own a gun and there's mass shootings.
Same with Chicago.
And then
same with Baltimore.
I'm being called a drunk and a fascist.
I'm not calling you nothing. I respect you.
The comments said drunk.
Oh,
John, you
because
call me a fascist, man.
No,
That's fucked up,
your
dude.
statement is fascist, dude. You're
it's not.
trying to force people and control people. And dude, the Soviet Union, it
it's
was mentioned
not.
in there earlier. The Soviet Union used
That
mental
is
illness
not
to control
control.
people. Yes, it is control.
Giving
You're
people
taking away. You're
medication
treating
and
people
diagnosing-
differently. You are treating people differently.
Diagnosing people with mental issues and providing them medication, that's control.
How's that?
Because
you went to
you're
the
telling somebody what they are. You're telling somebody what they are and what they need to take. That is a form of control.
Yeah, who's on the line right now? Is that
I was saying you guys all need to calm down because you guys are talking over each other, getting too excited, and it's getting ugly.
Mud.
Who is this?
Mud. That's you, Mud, huh?
Latin Patriot.
Ooh,
Latin Patriot.
Totally did.
Hey, we're all still friends, right?
Totally.
Of course we are. Yeah, of course we're friends. This is just a good
Hey, I just
conversation.
want you guys to calm down.
Heated conversation.
You guys need to relax, breathe,
Yes.
take turns.
Maybe another smoke break is
Go
in
back to
order.
the chat because I
I
want
just, dude, the only thing that just kind of set me off was, is that another call?
No, it was she let us go.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only thing I think that just set me off, because when we were engaging in the conversation, I didn't say, oh man, that's a liberal statement. You support Biden. And
No,
his
there's
big
a
government.
stance.
That's a fascist statement.
There's
I
a-
did not say that.
There's
to
a
you.
stance.
And
No,
you're
that's okay.
And I'm just like, whoa. You guys calm down, because what you guys are doing is taking what I'm saying out of context, probably for views, because all I'm trying to say,
Dude, there's 6 people watching. We're not saying anything
now,
for
because
views.
we've been on 3 hours. But all I'm
This is
saying,
a conservatism versus
Yeah.
non-conservatism argument.
no, I'm not non-conservative.
Red flag laws are not conservative. There are no conservatives
no.
that support red flag laws.
The only thing I said should be red flags is when you're taking
Well, I don't-
medication for any.
That's a
kind
red
of-
flag law. And conservatives do not support red
No,
flag laws.
I didn't say taking guns away from anybody. Everybody can still buy a gun. I did not say that. All I said is just, okay, you need to go through a couple more steps before acquiring the firearm and getting it in your hands. That is it.
I get it, but
That is
the question was raised, and it's a legitimate question. It was raised by the chat room that if you cannot purchase a gun because you're taking these drugs, you keep calling mind-altering drugs.
Okay, if
No, let me finish. This is the question that was raised, and this is a question that you don't want to answer. So if you cannot purchase a gun, then why should you be allowed to own guns if you're on those mind-altering drugs? So the question is, do you voluntarily give them up, or does someone need to call the police to take them from you?
No, I did answer. I did answer. I said, you know what? Then you done fucked up. That's a loophole. You can't get any more guns. But you didn't answer.
But you want to save everybody's life. So how
Hold
is that
on.
going to save everyone's life?
You didn't answer the question that I embedded with what you were asking me. That person obviously has not gone on a mental shooting spree with the other 50 guns that you said he had.
But the person
Prior to
hasn't
it.
gone on a mental shooting
And when
spree
you said when
either.
they have a new gun, what's the difference, right? And I said exactly what's the difference if they haven't gone on a shooting spree with the old guns that they already have.
But they haven't gone on a shooting spree if they don't own any guns and they're going to buy one.
If they can't,
they
buy
haven't
that,
gone on a
if
shooting
they can't
spree.
buy that new gun, but they already
There
have
you go.
50
Infringement
other guns.
of a right. They can't buy a gun.
No,
you are now infringing on their rights.
But you didn't let me finish. You talk over me just like you're accusing me of doing. Right?
Go ahead.
You just did that.
I did. I admit it. Go ahead.
Good. So they already have 50 other guns, right?
No.
So-
I'm talking about the guy with no guns.
You brought that up. The guy that has 50 other guns and then all of a sudden starts taking mind-altering medication. Now he can't buy a new gun. So what's wrong with the other 50 other guns that he has?
You tell me.
And they're not being taken
What's
away.
wrong with the-
They're
the-
not being taken away.
What's wrong with the one he wants to buy?
They're not being taken away.
Okay, but let me ask
so
you-
what's the infringement?
What? Because he can't buy another one.
Because he's mind-altered on drugs?
So it's okay to own a
So-
bunch of guns.
So it's okay for a mind-altered person.
No. It's okay. You're saying it's okay for them to own guns as long as they don't try to buy another one.
You're saying it's okay
That's what you
for
said.
somebody on mind-altering medication to buy new guns.
I did.
Why?
Because it's their right. It's called the Second Amendment. It's in the Constitution. That's why.
Then why? I mean, here's the thing.
And if you don't want to stand behind the Second Amendment,
No,
then
I
just
am
admit
standing
it.
by the Second Amendment.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I totally believe in buying guns,
Unless
unless you're psychotic.
the unless. No, you did say psychotic.
Yeah, mind-altering medication.
Mind altering. Okay, there you go. But it's okay if they're on mind altering
If your mind is altered, why is it? If you cannot control your mental stability,
Yeah.
why can you control a firearm? Answer
then
me that.
you have 50 of them in your room and you said that's okay.
So you said why are you trying to tell me I can't control my own mental stability?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking
Then
about
why don't you answer my question, John? If you cannot control your own mental
then
state,
let's force them to
See, there
sell
you go.
all
You
their
talk
guns.
over me. You
Let's,
talk over
no,
me.
I'm answering your question.
No.
Let's sell them to. Let's
You're
force them to
you're
sell
not
all their
answering my
guns.
question. If you cannot control your mental state, then
Mhm.
what makes you think you can control a firearm? Answer that question.
But isn't alcohol a mind-altering medication?
Yes, it is.
Do I have a firearm in my hand?
No, but you have
Exactly.
Oh my God! So now it's just about in the hand. Come on, man. You're reaching it. This is so ridiculous. So you're saying that someone with mind-altering drugs, your word, cannot go and purchase a firearm because they can't take control themselves, but so they can't purchase a gun. But you're also saying if they already have guns, that's okay.
Right. So if you're drunk, can you get in your car?
No,
and
see, you didn't
drive?
answer.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. But is there a law against that? Are they infringing on our rights?
No.
Because you can kill people out on the road, right?
That's
You're
right, but
mentally
there's no amendment in the Constitution or anywhere in the Constitution
you-
that states that you have the right to own a car.
It's a privilege.
If you're in a pawn shop or a gun shop and a guy comes in, he's drunk, he stinks like alcohol, you can totally tell he's fucked up. Should he be sold a gun?
I don't know.
No, they're going to infringe on his rights if they don't sell it to him, right?
I don't know.
Come on, man. He's in a mind-altering state.
Yeah, so your answer
come
would be
on,
no.
man.
Your answer would be no.
Exactly, no. Just like if they came in to buy another bottle of liquor
Mhm.
in the same state, no, they shouldn't. And that's not an infringement on rights.
It sounds like an
That's a
infringement on the
protection-
Second Amendment.
No, because
they can't prevent you from
Dude.
buying alcohol because it's in the Constitution that you have the right to purchase alcohol.
you do have the right to purchase alcohol.
Mhm.
But if you're fucked up, man, come on, dude. I mean, there's children, women out on the road, man, and you're knowing that this person is fucked up, and you're handing a bottle.
Yeah, but
to
he's
him.
already drunk.
All right, here you go, bro. Have a good time.
He's already drunk. Is he going to get drunker?
Yeah, but who's to but who's to tell the cashier that he didn't drive there? What if he walked there? What if he took an Uber there? What if he
You don't know that.
teleported there?
All right. And
I'm being facetious with that last comment.
I know, and you're right, but I'm just saying, like, knowing, being the person behind the register and knowing that, and handing that person that bottle of alcohol, or even a firearm. Say, like, you're a gun dealer, and this person is
okay. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question.
Come on, like,
let me ask you this question.
Shouldn't you like have common sense and be like,
But let me ask you a question though.
No, you have the right to refuse service to anybody, right?
But here's the
also
thing.
have the right
let
to
me ask
sell
you
a
a
gun,
question. Let me ask this question. I'm gonna ask. This is gonna be like a 3-part question, and I just want yes or no's. Okay. Is alcohol a mind-altering drug?
Yes.
Okay. Is tobacco a mind-altering drug?
Yes.
Tobacco?
Yep. It is.
Well, I guess like
It
with
is.
stress or with something.
It is. Okay. Should you have to go through the same questionnaire as somebody that takes Advan to buy a gun?
How do you purchase Advan? Let me ask
You get a
that
prescription.
question. And okay.
And you go
Do you
buy
have
it.
to get a prescription to get alcohol or cigarettes?
Technically, you have to have an ID.
But it's not a prescription.
It's still a
You
mind.
do-
But
do you have to go see a licensed medical
based on
professional?
based on your statement, your blatant statement, it is a mind-altering drug. You said yes.
Yeah.
So should you still have to go see a therapist to get? If you say yes, I use alcohol, and yes, I use tobacco.
I don't know. Is it prescribed? Did I get prescribed alcohol from a licensed medical professional?
It's still a mind-altering drug. You said it. It's still a mind-altering drug, whether or not
you're doing what John did. Man.
I'm not
You're swaying away from what I'm saying.
And no, I'm not. I'm using your own statement, Chicos.
It is a mind-altering
Okay,
drug.
then you should have to go through the same thing as anybody else that gets Advan.
Okay. All right, cool. Take a piss test. If you got alcohol in your system,
No.
fine.
Based
Then
on
go
your
get-
but
then
based
wait
on your
until-
statement,
wait until your piss is clear, then buy a gun.
Okay, then
Fine.
how are we going to find out your tobacco?
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
That tobacco is, to me, I'm sorry, that's not a mind.
It's a mind-altering statement. It's a mind-altering drug, and I've used tobacco, and I know it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what Renee said. It's a mood. It's a mood. What did she say? Mood inhibitor, something like that. So there you go.
Let's see what the professionals say.
Renee's a professional.
I took care of the pawn shop
She's a
owner who
nurse,
sold the gun to John Hinckley, who shot Reagan. He said he seemed fine. There you go.
What?
There you go. John Hinckley. He shot Ronald Reagan.
I know that's a vague statement, though. I don't understand. Renee, are you saying that you?
Oh, here it
you
is.
Personally, did that or
by the
Mood
tobacco company
stabilizer.
themselves. Tobacco is a plant that contains nicotine, a psychoactive mind-altering drug that speeds up activity in our central nervous system.
So it's mind altering. So
I think anybody that takes alcohol, tobacco, Advan should go through the same psychology.
every
NyQuil. I bet NyQuil is mind altering.
Every smoker in the military.
Yep,
That's
every
it.
one of them.
You guys are out.
No,
Out of the military,
I'm not
even
saying
though
that.
We
I'm
had
just-
decades.
Yeah, we're not saying it.
We're not
You're
saying that.
it.
I'm saying that you
No.
have to go through the same
I
mental
said
problems.
prescribed medication, and
It's
cigarettes
still a
are
mind.
not
It's
prescribed.
still a mind-altering drug.
I asked you, did I have to go to a doctor to get it?
You
So
still.
what's the difference?
You have to get a.
Because it's
you have to
prescribed.
get. You have to get a prescription to get a patch, a tobacco patch, if you want to quit smoking.
No, you don't.
So then it should be fine. The
No,
drunk
you
guy
don't.
walking in to buy the gun should be just fine then, because he didn't have to go to the
Well,
doctor to get the
I
prescription.
guess so. If the guy that's selling the gun has no common sense whatsoever and just hands a drunk guy a gun, shit.
Well, yeah,
man.
but he didn't have to go to a doctor to get drunk. To get
No,
the,
he didn't.
So
That's
that should be
exactly
just
my
fine
point.
then.
That's
In your
exactly
opinion,
my
it should
point.
then they should buy the gun. They should just be able to sell the gun to the guy that's hammered.
Chocolate's
yeah,
a mind
I
all
guess, man.
chocolate.
the
cocoa
this-
bean.
I think it's everything's starting to go down the crapper. I mean, because from what I said initially, I was like, if you're on mind altering medication, yes, you should.
But
be
tobacco and
evaluated.
alcohol are mind altering
then
medications.
Here's what I messed up on: prescribed mind altering medication, which is what we were all thinking.
So an
Until you brought up
alcoholic
cigarettes.
that's hammered all the time. Don't worry about that. That's perfectly okay if he owns a bunch of guns and goes out and buys a bunch of guns.
Let's just all agree to disagree on
Yes,
this. On
John,
this.
thank you. If you agree with that, then that's cool with you.
No. That's what you're saying.
No, you're
because
saying
you don't need a prescription to buy
you're
alcohol.
saying
It's
that I'm
12:30.
infringing on somebody's rights because I'm refusing service to a drunk guy who
You
wants
are.
to buy a firearm.
Yeah,
No,
but that's fine
you're
because they're not
infringing-
prescribed.
You're infringing on the seller's rights for their right to refuse service.
No,
to
they can
anybody.
They can refuse service.
Good. So then we can agree to disagree. Because if you're saying I'm infringing on the drunk guy's rights for him to buy a firearm, then you're infringing on the gun owner or the gun seller's rights to refuse service to anybody.
So if the gun seller has the guy fill out the form and do the background check and everything passes, you're going to refuse the man because he smells of alcohol? Because maybe he just had 2 or 3 drinks at the bar next door, and then on his way to buy a gun, he stopped, he saw a friend, his friend bought him a couple drinks, and now he cannot buy a gun because he reeks of alcohol?
Because he's drunk. Yeah.
But he didn't get a prescription for that.
That's
that
common
mind-altering
sense.
drug.
That's common sense. It doesn't take a medical professional to see somebody that's drunk and stinks like alcohol.
But
Obviously drunk.
But the professionals have said it's alcoholics that do a lot of these shootings too.
That's true.
Yeah. And if somebody is in there showing signs of alcohol,
but they've already owned a gun.
Don't you think that the gun dealer
You're missing-
can see
you're
somebody
missing the
that's drunk and
point.
say, "Hey, man,
But you're missing the
I'm
point.
not going to sell you this gun. You're
But you're missing
not
the
in your
point.
right mind. You're intoxicated."
The Las Vegas shooter was drunk when he killed all those people.
Was he drunk when he bought the guns?
No, he was sober. But you're missing the point. He had no mental illness at the time of purchase. He got drunk and he shot people.
Right? And the Las Vegas shooter somehow got drunk and split into 2 people and shot from 2 different windows.
He ran
I'm
back and
gonna
forth.
do
and
this,
it's
guys.
back
But no, you know what? Okay,
let's agree to disagree on this
I was
subject.
Saying, you found a loophole. He wasn't drunk when he purchased firearms. He wasn't on mind-altering medication. He passed the test. But how many of these people who are law-abiding citizens, who aren't drunk, who aren't on mind-altering medications, who buy firearms legally, go and shoot mass amounts of people?
92%.
92%.
92% of legal gun owners go and shoot mass amounts of people?
I misheard you.
Exactly. You guys are not listening to me.
I misheard you, man. There's a difference. Not listening and not and mishearing.
Well, I
it.
asked. I was like, how many law-abiding citizens who are not on mind-altering medication and who are not intoxicated in time of purchase of legal firearm go and shoot mass amounts of people?
0.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
like probably 0.0.1%. You know what I mean?
Probably less than that.
It's like getting struck by lightning. You guys, all I'm saying is if there is a known history of mental illness and mind-altering medication, then they should go through a more extensive background check and maybe get evaluated by a professional. That's it.
Okay.
And you guys are telling me I'm a fascist?
I've never come out of.
I said it's a
I have
fascist
idea, and
That's a fascist
and
idea.
I'm, you know what I mean? That is not fascist, man.
When
by keeping guns out of people with,
but
no
you're not
mental-
trying to keep guns out of people's hands because you
With
said
no
as long
mental-
as they own them before they started taking the
No.
medicine, that's okay.
Let's just all agree to
So
disagree.
you're not trying to do it.
You don't. Yeah, but here's the thing: you don't want to agree with me, John.
I don't because it's not that I don't want to; it's
with-
that I don't.
You are telling
because
me,
I believe in freedom over.
I believe in freedom, man. But I also think that we should have the freedom to know that mentally unstable people who are taking mind-altering drugs should not legally be able to purchase firearms.
but they can own them.
If they owned them, I guess what? Because they were like normal before?
I guess,
And
that's okay.
that's a loophole, man.
So it's okay if they own 50 guns; they just can't buy their 51st one.
It's just like saying somebody voted for Joe Biden yesterday and now they're going to be for Trump tomorrow. That's okay. Yeah, it's a loophole.
That doesn't even make sense.
Let's agree to disagree, guys. Let's just end it with
dude.
this.
Yeah, what you're saying doesn't make sense.
No, it makes
How
perfect
did they get
sense
firearms before if they've been mentally
because they
insane?
weren't taking the mind altering drugs according. That's your word.
But
mind
if
altering
they- if
drugs
they
when
have
they
a
did purchase
history
them.
of mental unstableness.
There's people.
How did they get it?
There's people with undiagnosed
mental illness every day.
Yeah, that walk around.
It's like I said, it's not like a wart on your forehead. People don't notice it.
Okay, you know what? And I'm going to apologize to Renee. I'm not trying to get you upset by saying mind altering. Okay,
Ooh,
I'll
I'm
just
cold.
stop. All I was is that fan blowing on you?
Yeah, dude, I got cold.
Sorry, man.
Hey, man, don't, dude. Hey,
Yeah.
I think this is America. We
Yeah.
all have our own opinions on this.
First Amendment.
Yeah, and we have all expressed it.
I shouldn't be labeled as a fascist.
You're not a
for
fascist.
having my
I
First
didn't label
Amendment,
you
for
as a
expressing my-
fascist. I said that that idea is fascist.
Like I said, we can agree
Red
to
flag
disagree.
laws
I'm not a fascist.
Or I didn't say
Far
you were a
from it.
fascist.
My ideas are not fascist either. Far from it.
Red flag laws are fascist.
But let's agree to disagree, and we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Trust me, we're all gonna be friends at the end of this. It was just a good conversation. It was.
Love you too, Renee.
I love the fact that we all could voice our opinions. I love America because we could host these shows and talk about this.
Exactly right.
But thanks again, guys. Hope you guys have a good day. God bless from Chico's. It's your show too.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. God, man, 3 hours and 20 minutes. This is one of those long ones.
Dude, you imagine doing another 3 hours?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Thank you.